I say, hey now.
Hey, I know I'm antisocial 'cause you act like I'm infected with some atrocity. And no, I know I'm every bit the same inside my face. Don't fit, it's like I got some disease. Now I belong.
Field to win the ball game. Murray in the shotgun. Pocket throws. There's Justin Scott Wesley. He catches it on the floor. It's home into the end zone. Touchdown!
I'm ready to rock and roll. Here we go.
I know I'm asking a lot, you guys, but hunker it down one more time.
And it's always dropped like a rock. Big hole. Samuel. Oh, he's gone.
Almighty, did you see what he did?
Boykin takes it all the way.
He just stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and broke their nose.
Here comes pressure from the edges. We're going to get. No, he got out. And then we drilled him into the turf again.
Joe will try to kick one 100,000 miles.
And the kick is gone.
Oh, look at the sugar falling out of the sky. Look at the sugar falling out of the sky.
I don't know how big a game can get, but this is big. And we know that. Our coaches know it. Our players know it. I think the Bulldog Nation knows it. It's big. We got to get after it.
Georgia will get after the SEC's top-rated offense 2 weeks into the season here at Sanford Stadium this afternoon. And as Coach pointed out, everyone knows what's on the line for the Bulldogs. A win keeps Georgia in the conversation for the Eastern title, while a loss to the Hogs would put a major gash in the Bulldogs' championship hopes. Georgia's won 6 straight in the series. We'll see if number 7 is in the cards today. It's unranked Georgia, number 12 Arkansas coming up. This is Countdown to Kickoff.
The Countdown to Kickoff is presented by BB&T. Visit us today and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Member FDIC.
Oh, Des Bryant unloaded on. He takes it all the way for the second time this year.
Today's pregame coverage of Georgia football is also brought to you by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, by Eckrich Meats. It's Eckrich season. Make your moments rich with Eckrich. AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. And by Nature's Own, the official bread of the Georgia Bulldogs. In less than 30 minutes, toe meets leather. We'll rejoin Scott Howard and Eric Zier for the Ford Keys to the Game after this 2-minute timeout on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network from ISP. Let's unlock the keys to the game, brought to you by your Georgia Ford dealers. Visit GeorgiaSaturdays.com today. Proud sponsors of Georgia football. Now, back to the stadium. Once again, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
A beautiful day here in Athens at Sanford Stadium for Georgia and Arkansas. Kickoff less than a half hour away now, and we'll get to the Ford Keys to the game in just a moment. Right now, we want to go down on the field where Chuck Dowdle is standing by with Kevin Butler to check out today's field conditions presented by UGMO. Find out how you can control your sprinkler system and start saving gallons of water and buckets of cash. Just go to UGMO.com. Chuck, down to you and Kevin.
Thank you so much, Scott. I'm here with the great kicker himself, the Hall of Famer, Kevin Butler. Kevin, how about these field conditions today?
Well, it's unbelievable. Kenny Pauley and his crew have gotten this thing very tight. The field today is going to play fast. Give you an idea of what the kickers are doing. Blair Walsh hit a 65-yarder heading towards the bridge today. Could play in a tight game tonight, but this is going to be something else. The guys are going to be a fast-paced game. It's going to get our defense a chance to get around the corner, possibly get to Mallet. We need to make him move today in order to win. So this field's in perfect condition. The weather's in perfect condition. It's going to be a great, great game today.
And for Dog fans, here's what we want you to do. Go to UGMO.com and then go out and celebrate a Big Dogs victory tonight.
Absolutely. The UGMO technology helps Kenny Pauley create a great playing surface for the players. You can have that same technology at your home by going to UGMO.com, finding out how to get it in your yard.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Let's have a good one. Scott, back to you, buddy.
All right, a 65-yarder by Blair Walsh towards the bridge. Kevin's record could fall today. There's no wind or virtually none to speak of anyway, as I look at the flag in the west end zone, and it's moving just so slightly, but it is absolutely gorgeous today. Blue skies, just a few clouds dotting the sky, but gorgeous sunshine. It's going to be warm today. We're expecting temperatures by later in the afternoon in the low 90s. Right now it is 83 degrees, so somewhat comfortable, but very sunny, and it will be warm on the field. So thanks to Chuck and Kevin. Georgia and Arkansas here in the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff, presented by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. And we'll continue with more of our program right after this. This is Georgia Bulldogs football from ISP.
This is the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff. BB&T, 138 years of financial knowledge shared daily. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Member FDIC. Back to the stadium once again. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
And we are counting it down. Kickoff less than 25 minutes away here in Athens. Georgia and Arkansas coming up, and joining us in the booth is Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Tom, tell us a little bit about the Razorbacks coming off their first two games. For the most part, easy wins, although last week it was a close ball game until late in the third quarter.
Yeah, they start the season ranked and won a couple of games. I mean, a middle-tier Sun Belt team and a Division I AA team, so haven't shown a lot. I don't think Bobby Petrino's really let them read their press clippings and think that they're ranked number 12 in the country, because they know they haven't been that efficient on offense yet so far. Defenses look pretty well against undermanned teams, but there were enough issues on offense last week that I think, there's some unease about the offensive line and other things, and today's the big crucible for the Razorbacks.
They've had some turnover situations as well. 6 in the first two games? That's got to be a major problem.
Yeah, he's not happy there. Mallett has had a pick in both games. The running backs laid the ball down in game one. They didn't lose either of the fumbles. And Greg Childs, the receiver, lost a fumble last week. They were a very good ball security team last year. I think they were number 6 in the country in turnover margin. So that's been a problem as well, because it happened against the easier teams on the schedule.
Talk a little bit about their running back situation and what are we going to see one main guy today, or is it going to be the committee thing?
No, it's going to be committee. And Dennis Johnson, who hurt his intestines last week, he's their best bounce-off tacklers, what Marcus Lattimore type back. That if you plug,
we don't want to see that again.
Don't want to see that. And you might recall he had a 104-yard game against Florida last year. He's a good back. He hasn't gotten many reps in the first two games. They're just going to mix it up. Broderick Green is there more between the tackles, short yardage, goal line guy. Ronnie Wingo's a guy they want to get out of space, swing passes and run off tackle, tosses. And then Niall Davis is kind of a combo between all that. But I don't know if any of them will get 15 carries today.
From what I understand, they want to try to be a little more balanced. They don't want Georgia's defense just loading up on Mallett. They want to try to run the football to offset some of that.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of issues in this game, but I think the biggest one is whether Petrino is patient enough, if they don't score their first couple of possessions, to stay with the running games. Keep with it. Because I don't think they're as polished as South Carolina.
All right, Tom, hold that thought. We're going to go to Chuck, who's got Coach Mark Richt. It's brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. Chuck, take it.
Thank you very much, Scott. I'm here with Coach Richt. And, Coach, I think you said it a while ago. This one's about as big as it gets.
They're all big. They're all big. That's just the way it is. This is absolutely a big one. It's early in the year. We're already down 0-1 in the league. Stuff is very important.
Ryan Mallett, the problems that he's going to, present out there.
Well, hopefully we're going to present problems for him. Very talented guy. Got a great bunch of guys around him. Veteran group of players on offense. But we need to be the ones giving him trouble.
Absolutely. Go Dogs. All right. Thanks, Coach. All right, there you have it. And he wants to present problems for Ryan Mallett, and I think the Dogs will. Coach definitely with the game face on, guys, and that is a good sign. They recognize what this game could mean to their season.
All right, Chuck, I was just going to say that. He sounded like he had his game face on. There's the last word from Coach Mark Richt, brought to you by AT&T. We're talking with Tom Murphy from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette here in the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff show. We'll continue right after this. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. Welcome back to the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff show. Best bank in town since 1872. Time now for the Ford Keys to the Game with Eric Zier. We're going to go down. He is on the field getting set for on-field recognition for his induction into Georgia's Circle of Honor. But, Z, we're going to put you to work before you can do that. Give us your keys to the game today.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. I think the first key to the game is that we have to be physical and be disruptive against this offense, but it's not just putting Ryan Mallett on the ground. It's being physical in every aspect of the game. We have to deliver some decleaters and let this Arkansas team, after a poor week of tackling, know that we are here and we are going to be physical throughout the game and be as disruptive as we possibly can to this Arkansas offense. The second thing, we've got to let Aaron Murray loose. Let him come out, throw the football to establish the run. We've been very vanilla. Without A.J. Green, we've had defenses load the box up. We've got to stop that, and to do that, we've got to throw the ball early on in the game and then run the ball to control the clock. And the last thing is we've got to win the special team battles, and through that, put points on the board, not just through our field goal kickers, but put points on the board in a big way to change the momentum of this game.
Eric, thank you very much. Enjoy your time down there. We'll see you in the booth in a few seconds.
All right, Scott, thank you very much.
All right, Eric Zier with the Ford Keys to the Game. We're with Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette here in the booth. Tom, would you agree for the most part with what Eric was saying about from Georgia's perspective?
Sure, I think that's on the spot analysis. That's the physical part is the biggest one. Can they deliver blows? Can they not have running backs break tackles? And these receivers, I mean, Joe Adams, one of the best open field receivers in the country, in my opinion. And, of course, Greg Childs got behind the secondary a couple of times last year.
In Arkansas this week, what did you hear any talk? Did you catch any kind of feelings from the Arkansas players, anybody around the program, about their thoughts on what they saw from Georgia last week against South Carolina on the tackling issue?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were it can't do anything but make you think, okay, we've got a chance, because they haven't been a dominant running team under Petrino. The running back, Niall Davis, spoke about how, we watched it, and we think we've got a good running game. We think we're as good as Marcus Lattimore, and that our line is as good as South Carolina. So we feel like we should be able to go in there and run. As I said right before the Mark Richt interview, it's whether Bobby Petrino stays with it, if he has confidence, because he loses patience in so many games and starts – if he gets in third and longs, he's passing. They've got to get in third and mediums, third and shorts to have a chance.
Tom Murphy, our guest here in the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff show from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Tom, thanks very much. Enjoy the game today.
Enjoyed it.
All right, we'll continue with more of our Countdown to Kickoff. Georgia and Arkansas coming up now, approaching 15 minutes before Blair Walsh or Alex Tejada will put their foot into the leather and get this one underway. We'll continue right after this timeout. This is Bulldogs football from ISP.
This is Georgia football.
Tipped and intercepted. In your face, he caught it anyway. He towed the line on the back portion of the end zone.
From ISP.
Post route. Caught by Green. He's bumped by a man into the far corner. He's going to get there first. Touchdown.
Live play-by-play action of Bulldog football is brought to you by Marathon Petroleum, fueling the American spirit. By BB&T. Visit us today and move in a brighter financial direction. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Member FDIC. Champion Windows, siding and patio rooms. Factory Direct since 1953. Ackerman Security, the official security provider for the Bulldog Nation. By AutoZone. Charter Communications. Get the fastest internet speeds in the area with Charter's ultra-fast Ultra 60. Call 888-GET-CHARTER or go to charter.com/ultra for more information. By John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Sherwin-Williams. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make the most of your color with the very best paint. By Texaco. People who know cars trust the unbeatable cleaning power of Texaco with Techron. McDonald's. I'm loving it. By Aaron's. Nobody beats Aaron's prices. Nobody. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. By Nature's Own, the official bread of the Georgia Bulldogs. Your Georgia Ford dealers. Coach Mark Richt and Ford Trucks team up. Find out more at GeorgiaSaturdays.com today. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Regions Bank, the official bank of the Southeastern Conference. By ServPro, fire and water damage cleanup and restoration. ServPro, like it never happened. Budweiser, with full flavor and a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. And by State Farm. All season long, State Farm's proud to be there as your Bulldog sponsor. It's game time on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network from ISP. High above Sanford Stadium in Athens, alongside Eric Zier, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Less than 12 minutes from kick. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call Geico at 800-947-AUTO, 800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. And Subway's the official sandwich of the Georgia Bulldogs. Play hard, eat fresh. We'll be back in a moment with the BB&T Countdown to Kickoff show right after this. This is Bulldogs football from ISP.
Today's starting lineups are powered by Georgia Power, the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, back to the stadium. Once again, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Redcoat band getting them fired up on the field with their pregame warm-up. Crowd still filing in. We've got some big holes. I don't think Athens is really used to the noon kickoffs anymore. It's a struggle for a lot of people to get here and get their seat on time.
Yeah, it really is. Now they're flowing down. You can see them coming down they're all on the bridge and coming down the road to the stadium, but a lot of empty seats right now. The noon kickoff is tough. Hopefully they've been fired up and getting fired up, tailgating, and going to make a lot of noise when they get in here.
Certainly needed today. It's time right now for the starting lineups, brought to you by Georgia Power. Here's the Georgia offense. Clint Bowling and Josh Davis will start at tackles. Both seniors, 6'6", 310 for Davis from JS, Mississippi, and Bowling, a 6'5", 315-pound senior from Alpharetta. Cordy Glenn, and a change at one guard position, Tanner Strickland getting the nod today. Strickland, a 6'5" junior from Nashville, Georgia, and Glenn, a 6'5" junior, 320-pounder from Riverdale. Ben Jones is the center, 6'3" junior, 300 pounds from Centerville, Alabama. The tight end is Orson Charles, a 6'3" sophomore from Tampa. The flanker today, Chris Durham, 6'5" senior from Calhoun. And the wide receiver is Tavares King, a redshirt sophomore, 6'1", 191 from Mount Airy, Georgia. Again, no A.J. Green available today. In the backfield, it'll be Washawn Ely, the tailback, a 5'11" sophomore from Stillmore, Georgia. Fred Munzenmeyer gets the nod at fullback, a 6'2", 240-pound senior from Norcross. And Aaron Murray is the quarterback, 6'1", 210, redshirt freshman from Tampa, Florida. Quickly defensively for Georgia, Brandon Wood, D'Angelo Tyson, DeMarcus Dobbs across the front. The linebackers are Darrell Gamble, Akeem Dent, Christian Robinson, and Justin Houston. And the secondary for the Bulldogs, Brandon Boykin, Jakar Hamilton, Bakari Rambo, and Vance Cuff, who will wear Quentin Banks, number 31, today in honor of his teammate who is no longer available to play football due to some serious knee injuries. So number 31 will be worn by Vance Cuff today. That's your Georgia Power starting lineups. Kickoff less than 6 minutes away, and we'll do that after we do this. Take a timeout here. This is Georgia Bulldogs football from ISP.
And asking you to stand behind another team in Georgia, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. To help, simply text CHOA to 90999 on your cell phone and follow the prompt to make your $5 donation. As a not-for-profit organization, Children's counts on your help to care for sick and injured kids. Again, text CHOA to 90999 and a one-time $5 donation will be added to your phone bill. Message and data rates may apply.
We are minutes from kickoff, and time now for the Lowe's Senior Class Award Game Day Report Card. Lowe's, let's build something together. Once again, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
And Dog fans, we ask you to join us every Sunday morning from 10 until noon live from Hilltop Grill as host Jeff Dantzler and Kevin Butler break down all the action on the Sunday brunch. They'll break it down today's game tomorrow morning from 10 until noon. Time now to grade the teams, brought to you by Lowe's, the official tailgating destination of the Georgia Bulldogs. And once again, we'll go to Eric Zier, see exactly what he's got. He's got his grade book open. I see it over there. He's got his red pen.
I do.
And he's ready to make check marks.
I've already made a couple of lines, a few of the wrong answers that we're going to eliminate, and we're going to move it all here in the right direction. First piece is we've got to be physical today in all aspects of the game. With our defensive line, we've got to be physical against our offensive line. We've got to deliver big hits to their their outstanding receiving core. And of course, we've got to get into the backfield and disrupt Ryan Mallett. So that's key number one, is we have to be disruptive and we have to take people off of the ground with the hits and shots that we deliver. The second thing is we've got to air it out early. We need at least 4 plays through the game where we have pass plays of 25 yards or more. Loosen up this defense, get them out of the box so then we can run the football. And then the final place is we've got to get points on special teams, not just field goals, but we've got to find some unexpected points, be it through the defensive side of the ball or on special teams where we have a big return. At the very least, we've got to be able to flip field position and put that in our advantage throughout the game.
Arkansas has won the toss. They will receive, so they'll go on offense to start the ball game. And before we kick it, let's pause for station identification. This is Georgia Bulldogs football from ISP. Eric, you were talking about special teams for Georgia. Special teams for Arkansas, they're missing a big piece of their kick return team in Dennis Johnson. They're going to receive the kick, but no Dennis Johnson, who's their all-time kick return leader.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it makes it different. All aspects of the game you have to play well in to win big football games. So anytime you lose a weapon like that, sure, it's going to do some damage. But for us to win today and for us to be successful, we can't give up cheap yardage on special teams, and we've got to get as much as we can. Last week, we got hurt a few times, not able to flip the field offensively, couldn't do it on special teams. We've got to find ways to do that today.
Georgia in red, silver pants, red helmets. Arkansas mostly in white. A little bit of cardinal trim. Maudricus Humphrey is the deep man now. He tries to take the space left by Dennis Johnson. Humphrey, the son of former Alabama running back Bobby Humphrey. He is a redshirt freshman. He stands on the goal line in the west end zone. Blair Walsh has it teed up on the 30. And we are set for SEC football here in Athens. There's the kick, a high end-over-end kick, going to come down on the 3 by Humphrey. Straight ahead to the 10, to the 15. He hesitates, tries to duck his way through the line, and is tripped up at the 21-yard line. So nice coverage by Georgia's kickoff team. Sean Williams made the tackle, the sophomore from Damascus, Georgia. And here comes big Ryan Mallett and his 44 Magnum.
Yeah, Ryan Mallett can about do it all. He is mobile for a big guy as well. Even when you get in his face, he's got the ability to move around and do a lot of things. Of course, he's the prototypical drop-back guy, being 6'6".
He starts out under center. They have 2 receivers to the near side. Fakes the toss, hands it off to Davis. Niall Davis trying to find running room on the far side. He curls around back in the backfield and is shoved out of bounds by Bakari Rambo at the 15-yard line. First play for the Razorbacks is a loss of 6 as Georgia had terrific pursuit, Steve.
Boy, they really did. Arkansas put 3 receivers out to their right, just tried to run a little counter trap inside and reverse field on the Dogs, but Georgia, unlike last week, in the backfield immediately pushing Arkansas back.
Sanders Cummings in hot pursuit on that last play. Now they go back into the shotgun with Mallett. 2 receivers to far side, 2 to the near side. They'll throw. It is caught at the 16-yard line. DJ Williams, the tight end, lining up out there. Sanders Cummings with the hit. A gain of 4 to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and long for Arkansas.
Just a quick little out route there by Mallett, but he threw it into a cover 2 look. We were actually playing halves on that side, so a cover 2 look on that side of the field, played quarters on the other side. Pretty easy play for Cummings to come up from his cornerback position to make that tackle.
Vance Cuff asking for noise from this sold-out Sanford Stadium crowd, and he gets his wish. Shotgun snap to Mallett on the 12. He looks, he sets up. We put pressure on him. He rolls to the near side. He throws. It is caught at the 32-yard line by Greg Childs. He may have the first down as we shove him back. They give him forward progress up to the 34-yard line. Jakar Hamilton and Bakari Rambo on the stop, but on 3rd and 12, it looks like Arkansas got the first down.
Good coverage there initially by the Dogs. Ryan Mallett, a lot of time when that pocket finally did broke down. We just talked about Ryan Mallett being able to move in the pocket. He's not going to beat you with his legs, but he's mobile in the pocket and can make people miss. Did so there. That's when the coverage broke down.
Cornelius Washington had a good rush on. We almost grabbed his face mask. He looked like in the pocket there. He escaped, and Same situation as last week. The opposition converts on 3rd and long. 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Razorbacks. They throw it. It is batted down, broken up by Akeem Dent, the linebacker. They tried to go to the tight end, DJ Williams, again around the 37-yard line. And Dent, right on top of Williams to make the play.
Arkansas just trying to spread us out there, then go underneath to their big tight end. Great coverage once again by Georgia.
2nd and 10 for the Razorbacks. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Adams and Childs to the near side. And Jarius Wright splits out to the far side for the Razorbacks. They have good receivers. Mallett under center. 2nd and 10 from the 34. They'll hand it off. Big Green coming this side, running low, and dives across the 35 up to about the 38 or 39-yard line. Boykin comes up to make the hit from his corner position. Broderick Green, a 6'2", almost 250-pound junior out of Little Rock. A bruising-style runner, and he got about 4.5 yards on that carry.
Scott, this is where the Dogs have got to get off the field. Last week it was big 3rd down after big 3rd down that Carolina was able to convert. Arkansas and Ryan Mallett already have done it one time here today. We've got to be able to get off the field in 3rd down situations.
They converted their first one. And now we jump on defense. They do a quick snap as Mallett takes a knee, and flags come out. Let's see who it's against. Georgia's pointing to Arkansas. Mallett is clapping. That's where they're going to mark it off. Our official today is Steve Shaw. He's the referee.
Offside. Number 94 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And Steve Shaw with the call. It does not, as he said, give them the 1st down, but it makes it a lot easier now. They're 3rd and less than a yard. So it goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and less than a yard. That was a, well, at the time, it might be costly. We'll see. I formation for the Razorbacks. They bring everybody in, play fake. Mallett hides the ball all alone. He's got Chris Bragg complete at the 30, the 20, the 10. He coasts into the end zone. Touchdown. The old hidden ball trick right there. They play faked it into the line. Mallett put the ball away on his back hip. And Bragg was all alone. The 6'3" sophomore, 30 yards behind Georgia's defense. Touchdown Razorbacks.
Boy, that just deflates the Sanford Stadium crowd right off the bat. Nothing fancy there out of Arkansas. Very nice play fake. But all of a sudden, Arkansas guys running wide open down the field.
Here's the point after attempt by the freshman Zach Hawker. And the attempt is good, and it's 7-0. Razorbacks lead Georgia 12-27 to go in quarter number 1. Hogs strike first. This is Georgia Bulldogs football from ISP. Bragg, 7-zip. They go 79 yards, 6 plays. Down to the sidelines, we go to Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Scott, listen, that play, no doubt about it. You could feel the air go out of this stadium. Keep in mind, though, when that kind of thing happens, it has the same effect on these players, and they drop too. It's now going to be imperative on the Georgia fans to get pumped back up and get these players pumped back up, because that hurt them too. There's no question about it. You could see it. Todd Grantham over here coaching up the defense. They made a mistake. Now they got to make up for it.
All right, Alex Tejada will kick it off for Arkansas. Brandon Boykin, the deep man for Georgia. He stands on the 5. Arkansas kicks it from left to right. Tejada's foot is into it. It is a high end-over-end short kick taken on the 8 by Boykin. Straight ahead 15-20, looking for running room. Doesn't find much of it at the 25-yard line. That's where the pile stops, as the tackle was made by Andrew Stewart, a cornerback, a senior cornerback for Arkansas. And Georgia will start 1st and 10 from its own 27-yard line. So see if the Dogs can answer. Mallett with a hidden ball trick. Everybody in the building thought they were running it. Handoff to Washawn Ely. And Ely off the right side, doesn't find a lot of space there, and he is going to be covered up after maybe a gain of a yard, perhaps. Let's see where they spot the ball. Alfred Davis, the big nose guard. He's a Banneker High School product from College Park, Georgia. Makes the tackle at the just shy of the 20, make it the 30-yard line. So they give him 2.5.
Arkansas right out of the gate. Just a pretty vanilla cover 2 look. So 2 deep safeties high, corners pressed up on the outside receivers.
Second down, 8 for Georgia. Durham and King to the near side for the Bulldogs. Munzenmeyer in the slot to the right now. He goes in motion. Ely's the lone setback. Murray under center, play fake. Aaron will throw it, and he gets it to Munzenmeyer, makes a one-handed grab, turns and heads upfield across the 35 to the 37 where he stumbled. He was a little bit off balance when he was trying to backpedal and catch that football, but he caught it, and he got near the first down. It's going to be a little bit short as they'll spot it just shy of the 37-yard line. So it's third and about a yard, Z.
Good read there by Aaron Murray. Dogs winning a twin set, so brought both receivers over to their left-hand side, cleared both of those guys out, had man-to-man, and then just the fullback on a little flat route. Good read by Aaron, checking down. His coverage deep was pretty good.
Third down and a yard. Dogs trail 7-0. Durham comes in motion. We're in the eye. Ely's the tailback. He gets the handoff straight ahead running, has the hole, has the first down, and a little bit more. Across the 40 to the 43-yard line. So a gain of 7, maybe even 8 for Washaun Ely, and it's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Good job there by Ely, being very physical on that run. Good job through the hole, ran over one would-be Arkansas tackler, carried another couple with him for a few more yards. That's what we need to see more of, good physical play across every aspect of this Georgia team.
Opened up a nice hole between the tackles. Franklin and Thomas make the stop for Arkansas. Franklin, their linebacker, their middle linebacker, the leading tackler for 3 years in running. We stay under center with Murray. We slide Munzenmeyer in motion, play fake to Ely, throws from the near hash. He's got a man deep. King trying to adjust, catches it at the 19, dragged down at the 10, Tavares King. He beat his man. He was trying to adjust to the ball. He said right shoulder, left shoulder. He was turning and twisting. He caught the ball at the 18-yard line, tackled at the 10.
All week long, we've heard that Georgia was going to open it up, be more aggressive, throwing the football downfield. Exactly what we did there. A bunch formation, got man-to-man. Aaron Murray, great job staying under that pocket. A lot of heat. He took a big blow, but got the ball off just in time. Big play to answer Arkansas's first touchdown.
47 yards on the pass play. Dogs first and goal from the 10. Running straight ahead is Ely, Washaun Ely, trying to push some white jerseys back, and he does so down to the 6-yard line, just shy of it. Going to be a gain of about 4. It'll be second and goal from the 6. Cenarius Wright, the defensive end from Memphis, Tennessee, makes the tackle. And we're in the red zone. This is what we talked about in the pregame. This is where you got to have a conversion. You can't settle for field goals.
No, you really can't, especially when you're playing a team like Arkansas. Last week we struggled some. See if we can reverse that trend right now.
Ely the tail. Offset is Munzenmeyer to the right. Now we bring Wooten in motion. He play fakes him, or Ely was the quarterback, took a direct snap. He was spinning inside the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. So Ely took the direct snap as Rantavius Wooten came in motion from the left side. Ely kept it and got down to the 2, so he picked up 4 more yards. Third and goal from the 2 for the Dogs.
Just a little read option out of that wild dog. Get the ball into your playmaker's hands. Faking to Wooten on the off-tackle play on the read part of that. That has been there, it looked like, on that play, so we may come back to that and actually give it and let Ely do the faking.
Power set with Figgins, the fullback. We've got 3 tight ends in the game. Handoff to Ely, trying to push his way in. Gets close to the 1 and stops shy of the goal line. He got to the 1. It's going to be 4th down and goal from the 1. Decision time for Georgia. Obviously, the crowd wants to go for it. Jermaine Love in the middle to help stop it for Arkansas. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
And Scott, if we want to be a physical team, these are the kind of plays that you've got to win on. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. This is who wants it more.
Scoreboard says, quiet, please. Offense at work. 8 minutes to go in the quarter. We're down by a touchdown. 4th and goal on the 1 for the Dogs. I formation. Play fake to Ely. Murray's going to keep it, roll around, head for the near corner, dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Aaron Murray. Aaron White with a block. Aaron Murray with a touchdown. Ely dove over the pile beautifully. Arkansas bought it, and the redshirt freshman from Tampa scores.
And that got this crowd right back into the game. What a good block by Aaron White outside. Aaron Murray actually had a chance to throw that football if he wanted to, but saw a nice little opening and then took off to get to the corner of the end zone.
Blair Walsh for the point after try to tie it up. The hold is good. The kick is good. Number 100 in a row for Blair Walsh. This Georgia touchdown brought to you by AirTran Airways. Go. There's nothing stopping you. Georgia 7, Arkansas 7. 7:49 to go in quarter number 1. This is Georgia Bulldogs football from ISP. Bulldogs football is brought to you by BB&T, a heritage of sound financial decisions for clients. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Let's check in on the sidelines with Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Scott, you mentioned it, the great block by Aaron White. When he came off the field, he got a major attaboy from offensive coordinator Mike Bobo. A big hug, a big slap upside the shoulder pads. And how about the ball fake, not only from Aaron Murray, but with Sean Ely going over the top of that pile and acting like he had it going in the end zone.
Here's Walsh with the kickoff. A high, short one comes down on the 14, taken by one of the up men and nailed at the 25-yard line as he took a shot. Sean Williams with his second special teams tackle, as they got Ronald Watkins, who was one of the up men on special teams for Arkansas, to field that kick. They returned it to the 25, and Sean Williams got his money's worth.
Well, shots like that can be infectious, no different than the block from Aaron White. Good fundamental physical football. Those type things start to carry over, and they can start to get into the head of the Arkansas team. We've got to continue to be physical and be aggressive.
Well, that Bulldog drive, 8 plays, 73 yards, got the crowd back in it. Arkansas goes on the ground, a handoff to Broderick Green. Not much there as Avery Jones stops him at the 26-yard line, a gain of only 1, bringing up 2nd down and 9. Again, Green, the big guy, and not a lot of speed, more size and more muscle and more of a bruising type runner. They've got Niall Davis and Ronnie Wingo Jr., a couple of speedier guys that we expect to see as well today. Childs drops down to the low side. We're one man out to the far side. Mallett is under center. He's going to drop back and pass. He looks left. He throws in that direction. He is short for the intended receiver, the tight end Bragg, the man who caught the long touchdown pass just moments ago. That one falls short in the left flat. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 now for the Razorbacks.
Hakeem Dent applying some pressure. The Dogs brought a linebacker blitz, a strong side linebacker, and the Mike inside linebacker to get in the face of Mallett. Didn't really put a tremendous amount of pressure, but got around his legs, got around his feet, disrupting the throw ever so slightly.
They put their speed guys out to the far edge. We show blitz. Mallett comes up to check off at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 9, play clock at 8. Mallett back into the shotgun. Here comes the linebackers. Here comes the blitz. Mallett dumps it off, complete to DJ Williams, the tight end, at the 30, well short of the 1st down. We brought the house. Mallett just had to get rid of it, and the hot guy was Williams, as Gamble and Houston came in with a tremendous pressure. Actually, they made the tackle. We had good pressure up the middle from Christian Robinson.
That's a 3-4 at its best right there. You bring both inside linebackers with the free safety, all right over the top of the center. No way that you can get it, force them into throwing a side adjustment. You drop out your outside linebackers and Gamble and Houston to make a play. That's exactly how you want to run the 3-4. We ran it to perfection there.
Dylan Breeding will punt it away for Arkansas, averaging just under 46 yards a kick. Logan Gray back deep to receive it for Georgia. He's on the 26. Breeding fumbled the snap. He picks it up. He's running now at the 30, the 35. He's angling, trying to get the 1st down on the far side. And did he get it? He dropped the snap and picked it up and took off running. And he may have gotten the 1st down on the far side of the field. He did. Holy smokes.
Wow. That's just a bad break there, too. The Dogs had a return on. Snap goes back to the punter. You're getting back into your lane to set up a return. Punter drops the snap, all of a sudden picks it up. Nobody was outside. Really bad break. And you give Ryan Mallett and this Arkansas offense another crack at it.
9-yard scramble by the punter. Dylan Breeding keeps the possession alive for Arkansas. Now it's 1st and 10 from their 35-yard line. Mallett under center. Receiver to each side. They run a man in motion. Now flags and whistles from our officiating crew.
Timeout, Georgia. That's their first timeout of the half.
Georgia will call a timeout, as you heard referee Steve Shaw. and we will take it right along with them. First quarter action, 5:49 to go in the quarter. It's Georgia 7. Everything worth listening to is on Sirius XM, and Green South Equipment is a proud sponsor of Georgia football, home to the all-new John Deere Gator 825i utility vehicle. Visit greensouth.com for a location near you. Mallett on 1st and 10 from the 35, fakes the throw, hands it off. They keep it on the ground, and he is dropped back on the 32-yard line. That is Ronnie Wingo Jr. Sanders Cummings came in from the secondary spot to help make the tackle, and Christian Robinson, the linebacker, stopped Wingo Jr. for a loss of 3 at the 32-yard line. And Arkansas has been in that situation a lot here in the first quarter, 2nd and long.
And give credit to the Georgia defensive line and outside linebackers. Good push against this Arkansas running game so far.
Now they go back into a passing situation. Mallett in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back from the 25, turns left, throws it out in the left flat to Wingo Jr. Complete. He spins away from one tackler and is brought down around the 30-yard line. Brandon Boykin and Akeem Dent make the hit for Georgia on the far side of the field. And another lost yardage play. They lose a couple more back at the 30. Well, they put it up on the 31, so he lost 1, so it's going to be 3rd down and 14 now.
And good push up front from Jones, Tyson, and Dobbs. Collapse in the pocket. Down around Mallett, forcing him to get off and go to his checkdowns maybe a little bit earlier than he wants to.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Malone setback, offset to the left to Ryan Mallett, who's in the shotgun. There's the snap. Here comes pressure. Moves up in the pocket, flicks it across the line of scrimmage. It is caught as little Wingo makes the catch inside the 40 and then ducks across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Boykin sticks his head in there and lays the hit, and it is going to be short of the first down. They needed to get across the 45, and Boykin's hit prevented that, so it's going to be 4th and a couple. Now they're going to try to punt it again, I would imagine.
Again, good pressure there from the Dogs defensively, getting upfield, making Mallett dump that ball off a little before he wanted. Dogs in the secondary, played cover 2, willing to give up that short pass, make the tackle before the first down.
They got 12 yards out of it. Logan Gray back deep for Brandon Smith, who is not available today due to concussion-like symptoms he suffered in practice. Here's Dylan Breeding with the kick. A high, wobbly boomer. Back on the 10-yard line, Logan Gray's going to call for the fair catch and make it right there just outside the 10. A 47-yard kick, no return, and about 2 weeks' worth of hang time. That was a beautiful punt. So Georgia will go back on offense right there, 72. So Georgia scores on a 1-yard run by Aaron Murray, although it was more like about a 30-yard run, the direction that he took. Arkansas scored on a 3rd and short on a 57-yard pass play from Mallett to Chris Gregg, a backup tight end. That's where we stand with the scoring. Here's Georgia deep in its own territory. Handoff to Rantavius Wooten in the backfield. He heads to the near side and is going to be stopped for a loss in the backfield by the linebacker Anthony Leon from Miami, Florida. A loss of about 3. They mark it back on the 8-yard line. They tried to run it the end around to this side, but Arkansas pursued it and shut it down.
Yeah, Wooten started out in the slot position, motioned back into the backfield, then just the handoff, almost a sweep out of the gun to get outside. Nothing happening there for the Dogs. Important when you're in this kind of a situation, coming out from your own goal line or inside that 15-yard line, you get a couple of first downs to flip field position.
Now it's 2nd and long, 2nd and 13. Murray back in the shotgun. Aaron stands on the 1, pump fakes, now runs to the near side looking for some running room. He ducks his head and just dives between 2 tacklers and gets up to the 10-yard line. D.D. Jones, the defensive tackle, and Anthony Leon again on the stop for Arkansas as Murray picked up a couple on the scramble as he pulled it down and tried to run and get what he could. Ball back on the 10-yard line. 3rd and about 10.5, 11 yards to go for Georgia.
And you want to be careful here with the football. This is a good place on the field to throw a screen pass, maybe try to get Arkansas coming after Aaron Murray, dump it off and see if you can get it on a very safe play, get one that could be effective.
Durham, Brown, and King, the receivers. Ely in the backfield. Murray's in the shotgun. And a man move for Arkansas. There's no flag. Our offensive line is pointing, but no flag still. There's the shotgun snap to Murray. Dancing in the pocket. Now just throws it short to the right side to DeForest King. He tried to get it to him at the 15-yard line. The pass was a little bit short and behind him. Aaron had a little bit of happy feet on that one in the pocket.
Well, he did. It's really the first time that we've seen that all year long where he's been in the pocket and just like you said, Scott, got a little happy with his feet, started to run around, wasn't quite sure what he what he wanted to do with it. Just had a flash of white, the Arkansas jersey flash in front of him, and started to move around a little bit when he didn't have to.
The All-American Drew Butler stands in the end zone to punt it away for Georgia. Joe Adams, he's dangerous. He's back deep for Arkansas. Butler gets a beauty, a high, hanging, beautiful spiral. Back on the 37, Adams. Sidesteps two tacklers, 45-50. There he goes, 45-40, 35-30. We're in pursuit. We won't catch him. Joe Adams is going to go for the touchdown, but hold everything. Flag back at the Arkansas 39-yard line. That one may be coming back. That little piece of laundry looks very pretty at the 39-yard line. A 52-yard punt and a 62-yard return. But with help, apparently, we'll see what the call is from referee Steve Shaw.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the receiving team. It'll be a 2-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, that's a big play.
All that happened there was Joe Adams is now winded.
Good point. And he is dangerous, and we said that before he returned it, so we'll have to protect from that the rest of the way. 1:41 to go in the first.
Went for a touchdown, and actually the penalty was called there by the line judge, not by the referee standing right next to him, but called by the line judge. It was a decent ways away, but good eyes by him, and I'm glad he was there to make the call.
Well, we saw the replay. I mean, it was a blatant block in the back, so it was the correct call. It wasn't home cooking. Arkansas with the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 29, 7-7 ball game. Georgia and the Hogs here with 101 seconds to go in the quarter. They hand it off, but the whistles blow, and their flag's on the play at the 30. Georgia thinks it's motion on Arkansas. A little false start.
Before the snap, false start, number 65 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
So back them up 5 more. DeMarcus Love, their Outland Trophy candidate tackle, is the player who moved early. Bulldogs football is brought to you by BB&T. Over 135 years experience making sound financial decisions in the best interest of our clients. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. They'll try it again on 2nd and long, hand it off to Green. He heads around left tackle, cuts up field at the 25, gets close to the 30. Akeem Dent and Darrell Gamble, the Bulldog linebackers, to converge and make the stop. Let's see where they finally spotted. Right on the 30-yard line.
Scott, that's the first play today that the Arkansas offensive line actually won the battle at the line of scrimmage. Opened up a nice hole to run through.
Gain of 6. 2nd down and 9 for the Razorbacks. Broderick Green, the lone setback. Mallett's under center. 3-step drop, hangs it up, far side, on the sideline, and the battle for the ball is won by Arkansas. Greg Childs goes up and reels it in. He looked like A.J. Green making that catch at the Georgia 43 against Vance Cuff. Childs, very dangerous, 6'3", 217 out of Warren, Arkansas. And he went up and got that one.
And a good read there by Mallett. Georgia disguising coverages, looked like they were playing a cover 2 look over the top of Childs at a snap of the ball, rolled to a single safety look, so they were man-to-man. Childs one-on-one outside. And anytime you've got a 6'3 receiver, that wasn't a particularly well-thrown football, but Childs at 6'3 able to go up and get it.
27-yard gain for the Razorbacks. 1st and 10 at the Georgia 43-yard line. Mallett's in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He drops back, moves to his right, throws on a crossing pattern in the middle to Joe Adams, who is still on his feet at the 30, at the 25, and now out of bounds inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Hamilton and Rambo pushing him out of bounds on the near sideline, but Arkansas is on the move.
I guess he wasn't that winded from the punt return that didn't count.
They gave him a couple of plays to catch his wind, but he just came across from the left side, and Mallett shifted to the right, hit Adams, who was open between the hash marks, and he had some running space. All the way down to the Georgia 19-yard line, 24-yard pickup. 2 receivers to the left for the Razorbacks, 1 to the right. Green in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. We hit him with Robinson at the 20-yard line and stop him right there. Cornelius Washington came up to help as Robinson made first contact and held him up, and then Washington was able to finish him off. Green, no gain on the play, maybe even lost a few inches. They spot the nose of the football on the 20, and that's the end of the quarter. Georgia 7, Arkansas 7, 1 quarter in the books. Timeout. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. Came on the road last year Today, Mallett is 8 of 10, 142 yards and a touchdown. That all came in the first quarter, so he's improved a little bit.
Yeah, he really has. And Ryan Mallett really is a good player. Could be one of the best quarterbacks in the country right now. Big arm, big guy back there in the pocket, enough mobility to move around. And right now he's doing a good job looking downfield, being very patient, taking what Georgia's given him.
Mallett under center, fakes the toss to the near side. He rolls to the right. Mallett still with the ball, throws, complete to DJ Williams, the tight end at the 5, down to the 1, dragged down there. Flags come in from every direction. Jakar, Hamilton, and Rambo converging to make the hit. Did they get a face mask down there? That may be the call. It won't be much of a penalty, though, because Williams is apparently inside the 1 or right at it anyway.
Yeah, it was tough to tell. It looks like we had a couple of guys trying to tackle him high, so that's probably what it was. Again, good patience there by Mallett.
Personal foul, face mask, number 23 on the defense. That penalty will be half the distance to the goal, 1st and goal.
Well, I guess if you're going to make that penalty, that's the spot on the field to make it, right?
That's right.
You get about
that's
a 6-inch reward for that on the other team. So it's 1st and goal for Arkansas, and the nose of the football almost touching the chalk. 7-7 contest, early seconds of the second quarter. Arkansas to line up in the I, and now the officials come in and stop play momentarily. Georgia will bring Brandon Boykin off the field.
Substitution violation on the defense, 12 men in the formation. That penalty will be half the distance to the goal. It remains 1st down.
Half of 3 inches is 1.5 inches. So that's about what it moved. I mean, literally, they couldn't put the ball any closer to the goal line without sticking it in the goal line or in the end zone. Everybody on the line of scrimmage. They offset the fullback to the right. Arkansas, Mallett will just try to push his way in. I think he broke the plane. Let's see, no signal yet. He's laying across the goal line. They're going to unstack him. They're still looking. No signal from the officials just yet. Mallett now standing up, has the ball in his hands. No touchdown, apparently.
Wow.
Look from this angle like he certainly got his part of his torso across, but I don't guess he had the ball across. And Georgia has a player down on the bottom of the pile. D'Angelo Tyson is not getting up, laying on his back. Well, you basically had 22 guys on a pile, and D'Angelo may have been on the very bottom of that. So let's hope it's not anything serious. But they'll stop play for the injury timeout now with Tyson shaken up. Dog fans, don't forget to stay tuned after the ball game to the BB&T Dog Talk Show live from Hotel Indigo in downtown Athens. Let's go down to the sidelines to Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Well, Scott, you mentioned it just a while ago. I mean, it was so close, you wondered how could he not get in. But I got to tell you something, as has been the case throughout this game, that Georgia defensive line is just doing a heck of a job. They got a great push off the snap of the ball. Mallett tried to turn his body sideways and slide in between a crease. Just didn't get it there. In fact, I'm not sure if maybe he lost an eighth of an inch. And that's a pretty professional spot from where I'm standing, which is at the goal line. If I can get this official to, excuse me, sir, would you move out of my way?
Throw your weight around down there, Chuck. You've got your mouthpiece in. You can do it. D'Angelo Tyson walking gingerly off the field now, flanked by Georgia's training staff. Ron Corson, Georgia's head athletic trainer. He's walking a little bit gingerly with that left leg. And they'll take a look at him. And we'll go back to work here. 2nd down and inches. 2nd and goal for Arkansas. Again, they crowd everybody up on that line. Quick snap, handed off to Davis. He tries to dive in there right side, and he gets the touchdown. He didn't get much, but he got enough in there to get the ball across the goal line, and Arkansas moves back in front, 13-7.
Pretty efficient drive there from Arkansas. Ryan Mallett continuing to play in control, taking what the Georgia defense is giving him right now. And Georgia defensively showing a lot of different looks. We've mixed up coverage several times, played some too high looks, played some man-to-man. Mallett each time very patient and poised in the pocket.
Zach Hocker, the freshman, to try the point after attempt. There's the snap, the hold, and the kick. And it's good. And Arkansas leads Georgia here in Athens by a score of 14-7. Razorbacks go 71 yards. 13:51 to go here in quarter number 2. Arkansas 14, Georgia 7. We'll take a timeout. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. 14-7 Razorbacks as the Hogs go 71 yards in 7 plays. A 1-yard run by Niall Davis. His first touchdown of the year gives Arkansas the lead again here with 13:51 to go in the second quarter. 14-7, Arkansas to kick it with Alex Tejada. He approaches and he booms it away. A high and deep end-over-end kick, taken 4 yards deep in the end zone by Boykin. He'll run it out 10, hesitates at the 13, and is going to be buried right there. He tried to get in behind the wedge, and there was not much blocking as Boykin tried to run it out of the end zone. Tyler Wilson made the quarterback, or made the tackle rather, and there is a flag at the 32-yard line. So let's check the play, see what the penalty is, as Steve Shaw is the referee.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 9 on the receiving team, half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10.
They got the freshman Alec Ogletree for a block in the back. That puts the ball inside the 7-yard line for Georgia. This in-game recap brought to you by Regions Bank. The Razorbacks scored first on a 57-yard pass from Ryan Mallett to Chris Gregg, a 79-yard 6-play drive. Georgia answered with a 73-yard drive in 8 plays. Aaron Murray with a 1-yard touchdown run, and just moments ago a 71-yard drive capped by a 1-yard run by Niall Davis. So the Dogs backed up on their own 7, 1st and 10, moving left to right. Play fake Murray in the end zone, escapes the sack, gets to the 5, to the 10, still on his feet, ducks his head across the 15 and moves his way up over the 20-yard line. A nifty scramble by the redshirt freshman Aaron Murray of about 13, no, more than that, as he got up to, about 13 yards up to near the 21-yard line. Anthony Leon, the linebacker, finally brought him down.
And Scott, that was a little more than just a duck your head and dive by Aaron Murray at the end of that play. That was, I'm going to get down and see if I can deliver some punishment there before I go down. I'm sure the coaches aren't crazy about seeing that, but that can rally his team around him.
Trenton Sturdivant in at one of the tackle positions for Georgia. Toss sweep to Carlton Thomas to the near side. Tries to split the defenders around the 21-yard line. He touched a knee and put his hand down, tried to keep his balance, but he's going to be whistled down at the 24-yard line. It would be a pickup of 3 yards for Carlton Thomas as we see him in action for the first time. The cornerback Isaac Madison, 5'11" junior from Dallas, Texas, makes the tackle for Arkansas. So 2nd down 7 for the Bulldogs from the 24. Dogs trailing by 7, 14-7. At the line of scrimmage, I formation. Thomas is the tailback. Munzenmeyer the fullback. Play fake Murray in the pocket. Throws left. Durham is there. Goes high at the 34 and brings it down. It is a 1st down at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10 yards for Murray and Durham. And the Dogs move the sticks. Again, Madison with a tackle for the Razorbacks.
Good job of the Georgia offensive line and Carlton Thomas as well, picking up a strong safety, strong side linebacker blitz. Aaron able to get back and get that ball out of his hand on time, but picking up that blitz initially, well done by the Dogs up front.
1st down Georgia, the Bulldogs' 3rd of the half. 12:09 on the clock, 2nd quarter, 14-7 Arkansas. Dogs stay with Munzenmeyer and Thomas in the backfield. One receiver to the far side and one to the near side. And Murray under center takes the snap. Play fake to Thomas. Sets to throw. Pulls it down. Will run. 35, 37, 38. Maybe the 39. We'll see if they give it to him. Going to bring it back on about the 38-yard line. A pickup of 4. Askew and Leon, the linebacker, coming up to make the hit. Leon, the outside linebacker for Arkansas from Miami, originally signed with Florida State. Redshirted a season, then played a season there, and then moved on to junior college, and now he's at Arkansas.
Scott, Arkansas right now playing a lot of press initially at the pre-snap read from their cornerbacks, but getting back very quickly should give us some quick game passing if we want to take it.
2nd and 6, handoff to Thomas. He's got some space on the near side as he runs right, skids at the 40, trying to change direction, moves up to the 43-yard line before the linebacker Franklin and the safety Rudell Krim come up to make the hit. It's going to be close to the first down, but just a tad bit shy, less than a yard. It'll be 3rd and call it 1 for Georgia as Carlton Thomas picked up about 5.5. Third down conversion opportunity coming up for Georgia. The Bulldogs 1 out of 3 on 3rd down this afternoon. We flip-flop the tight end from left to right. Orson Charles stay in the eye with Thomas the tail. Durham goes in motion to the far side. Jones the snap to Murray. Play fake. Aaron sits in the pocket. Looking. Now tries to duck out of trouble. Now holds on to the ball too long and gets swallowed up back at the 37-yard line. He wanted to stay in the pocket. He wanted to pass. We don't get the 3rd down. We end up with a sack. Jerry Franklin finally able to get him down. Well, you can only protect for so long.
Yeah, that was just good coverage there by Arkansas. You're third and short, no different than what Arkansas did on the long touchdown pass early in the game. We're trying to catch them off guard a little bit. But good coverage by Arkansas. Our offensive line, pretty good job, just too good a coverage.
Lost 6 on the play. Butler to punt it away. A long spiral. Joe Adams, fair catch on the 19-yard line for the Razorbacks. 44-yard punt, no return. Arkansas 14, Georgia 7. Timeout with 9:46 to go in the second quarter here in Athens. We'll be back after this. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network from ISP. Arkansas breaks the huddle. They are 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line. Mallett under center. Quick throw to the right on the run to Adams. Complete at the 20, 25. Heads to the sideline. And he's going to be dragged down about the 35. Looked like a face mask on Georgia. Jakar Hamilton may have gotten some of the plastic there on the far side of the field, and the flags come out at the 35. Let's go down to the sidelines and Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Scott, on that goal line stand just a short while ago, South Carolina, Arkansas eventually scored.
Number 23 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st and 10.
But I wanted to tell you that the injury to D'Angelo Tyson, his left knee, but I'm told he will return right now. 6'6", 325-pound Kwame Geathers in there for Georgia.
All right, Chuck, very good. As Arkansas has a big play there on the throw to Adams, and then the tack on the 15-yard face mask penalty. And the Razorbacks go from their 19 to the 50, so a gain of 31. They're at midfield. Mallett's in the shotgun. Pump fake to the right side. Pass is tipped. It's still caught by an Arkansas player. DJ Williams, the tight end, trying to run away from Georgia tacklers. He's still dragging bodies across the 50 to maybe the 47-yard line. Dobbs was hanging on for dear life. DeMarcus Dobbs, the senior defensive end from Savannah, was able to hold him up long enough until he got some help from those other guys in red shirts. But we tipped the pass. They still catch it, and they still get positive yards out of it.
Yeah, we came there on a corner blitz, had a guy coming off the edge as well. We're able to get up on that screen pass and tip the ball. It was Sanders Cummings and Justin Houston that came free off the edge. Houston is the one that tipped the ball, but right into Williams. And like you said, Scott fought for a couple of yards.
He got 2, 2nd down, 8 for the Razorbacks. They're moving right to left. They bring right in motion. Mallett now will hand it off. They'll keep it on the ground with Wingo. Wingo heads to the right side inside the 45 and hit around the 43-yard line and pushed back there. But he's going to get about 5 more on the play. Akeem Dent, the linebacker from Atlanta, and Jakar Hamilton on the tackle for the Bulldogs. It'll be 3rd down, about 2 yards short of the 1st down.
Well executed draw play there. Mallett, good job keeping his eyes downfield, letting the linebackers drop back into their passing lanes before handing that football off. And another 3rd down opportunity here for Arkansas. They're 2 for 4 on the day so far.
Need to stop here. Razorbacks on the Georgia 42-yard line, 3rd and 2. Clock under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Arkansas flip-flops 3 men from left to right. In tight, Mallett, handoff. They give it to Davis, and we gobble him up in the backfield for a loss at the 44. Big Kwame Gathers got all 6'6" and 325 pounds of himself in the backfield and just reeled him in. A loss of a couple back to the 44, and it is 4th down. So as Chuck pointed out, Gathers in for the injured D'Angelo Tyson. He makes a big play right there. Looks like Arkansas is going to line up and perhaps go for it. Mallett back deep in the shotgun. Does he quick kick? I don't know if he does that or not. And there's going to be a time on the field.
Timeout, Georgia. That's their second timeout of the half.
Bulldogs call for a time, and we will too. 7:14 to go, second quarter. It's Arkansas 14, Georgia 7. Back in a moment. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. So Arkansas brings in its punting unit now. They will not go for it on fourth down. We drop Bakari Rambo back deep in punt formation at the 10. And on the snap, there are flags and whistles. And we'll try it again. Tailgaters, submit your favorite tailgate photo, and you could win a $100 gift certificate to Publix and have your photo on the video board of a UGA football game. Just email your photo to ugaphotos@gmail.com or go to georgiadogs.com. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Before the snap, false start, number 31 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains fourth down.
Now Logan Gray is the deep man as Rambo is swapped out. Brandon Smith not available today, suffered a concussion earlier this week in practice. So he is out of the game. Gray back deep, and the ball moved back to the just inside the 50-yard line for Arkansas. Here's Breeding's punt. Lazy spiral, going to sail over the head of Gray, hit on the 2 and bounce into the end zone for the touchback. So a 50-yard punt, or 49.5 yards as it bounces into the end zone, and the Dogs will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Bulldog football is brought to you by BB&T. Thinking of changing banks? Think about one that's been a part of the respected part of the community for over 135 years. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Dogs trail 14-7, 7:05 to go in the first half as Aaron Murray runs from the sideline to the huddle. Get ready for 1st and 10 from our 20.
Aaron Murray on the day, 3 out of 4, 64 yards passing. He had the one big pass play to Tavares King for 47 yards.
He's under center this time. 2 receivers split out to the left side. I formation with Ely. Ely got a block from King on the near side as he has a little bit of running room. He crosses the 25, gets up to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6. Leon and Franklin, the linebackers for Arkansas, come up to make the hit. He got a nice block from Tavares King, whose man almost got by him, but Tavares got enough of him to give Ely a little bit of running space on the right side.
Yeah, he really did. Tavares coming in from his flanker position outside. Not a devastating blow, but just got enough of him to spring Ely outside.
2nd and 4. Ely's the tailback. Dogs run out of the eye. Ben Jones over the ball. Snaps it to Murray. He'll throw it to the left side. It's caught by Durham in the backfield. Durham with a man hanging on him, driving his legs close to the 29-yard line. He's going to get about 3 yards on the carry. It'll be shy of the first down. Could have been dropped for a loss, but Durham kept running. He's got that long, lanky body pushing those legs up to the 29-yard line. So he picked up 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, if you get the ball outside of these receivers that are big and strong, let them catch it. It's just an extension of the running game, if you will. Let them catch it, see if they can make one move, make one guy miss.
We're rearranging our offensive line. We've got Sturdivant and Davis on this side, and Bowling is over at guard. We hand it off straight ahead running. It is Washawn Ely running straight ahead right behind Jones and Bowling. He got close to the first down. We'll see if he got it. He got up to the 30, and they may have to measure this one. Let's see where they spot the ball. Now they're calling 4th down. He's shy by about 1.5 feet. Georgia may go for it right here. Dogs shuffling players in and out. Figgins coming in. We've got Orson Charles in the ball game as well. We hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap, whistles blowing. Murray got the first down behind the right guard, but
Before the snap, timeout, Arkansas. That's their first timeout of the half.
there you go. You heard the explanation from the referee, Steve Shaw. So we'll have to.
You take it back. Be sure to tell your insurance agent you want ServPro. ServPro, like it never even happened. Call 1-800-ServPro.
a huge pile of bodies on the 30-yard line. Ben Jones adamantly saying first down, and now asking for noise from the crowd. You rarely see that from a center, but the big man is jacked up. They got the first down. By about the length of the football, it looked like, Eric.
It was. That reaction from Ben Jones, that's priceless. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a big offensive lineman telling the crowd to get up, but it worked.
Oh, those guys are usually in reserve. They stay in the closet, but he came out and got them jacked up. 1st and 10 for Georgia from our 30-yard line. Now whistles blowing and another flag. We've got delay on Georgia, I believe. The back judge dropped the flag.
Dead ball, delay of game, number 11 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That'll move us back to the 25-yard line. 4:39 to go in the second quarter. 14-7, Arkansas leading Georgia. Subway is the official sandwich of the Georgia Bulldogs. Play hard, eat fresh. 1st and 15 now for the Dogs. Ely's the tailback. We run out of the eye. King to the far side, Durham to the near side. Murray wants to pass, moves to his left, now scrambles to the right. Still running. Now he's going to tuck it and run 30, 35, 40, near sideline, out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And a big old nasty block right around the 40. Right in front of the Georgia sideline. They got all the coaches and everybody jacked up. There are towels all over the field down there being waved in the air after that block.
We've had a couple of decleaters, but Chris Durham just wiped somebody out. With Sean Ely, a great job as well, tying up his guy. Orson Charles, again, several good blocks on that play, allowing Aaron Murray to get downfield.
18 yards on the run, a play and a run and a block that is worthy of the Comcast triple play. 1st and 10 at our 43-yard line. We stay in the eye. Dogs trail by 7, 14-7. Handoff to Ely. Dances in the backfield, avoids a tackle, still on his feet, stumbling across the 45, and tumbles to the turf at the 46-yard line, right on the edge of the logo. Jermaine Love, a linebacker out of Garland, Texas, tripped him up. But Ely able to pick up about 3.5 yards on the carry, and he'll come to the sideline.
Arkansas not shy with bringing their safeties down into the box. They're showing that cover 2 look. Most of the time, though, they're going to single safety, playing man-to-man, trying to get one additional guy in the box to eliminate any kind of running game Georgia hopes to have.
Carlton Thomas subs in at tailback for the Bulldogs. 2nd down, about 7. Handoff to Thomas. Big hole. Thomas 50, 47, 47-yard line is where he goes down for Arkansas. But a huge gaping hole opened up on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and Thomas burst through it and went from the 46 to the Arkansas 47. So he picks up 6 yards on the play, and it's going to be measurement time because Carlton got it close to the first down. Anthony Leon, the linebacker, made the tackle.
And another good block there by the Georgia receivers. This time, Rantavius Wooten, good job blocking downfield. Ely led by Fred Munzenmeyer there to get through the hole initially. Caleb Keene to get through the hole. Carlton Thomas to get through the hole. Fred Munzenmeyer, good job up front.
About an inch shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd. A text message from Texaco. Want to help keep your car running great? Do what people who know cars do. Trust the unbeatable cleaning power of Texaco with Techron to clean vital engine parts and help keep your car running great. Dogs in Arkansas territory, down by a touchdown. 3rd and an inch from the Razorback 47-yard line. We line up everybody and run with Murray and just push him across the line of scrimmage for another first down. That was Bowling and Glenn and Jones and Sturdivant and Strickland and the Water Girl. Everybody got in there and pushed him across.
Temper starting to flare a little bit.
We got flags, after the pile. There's a flag down at the 49-yard line. There are a couple of flags down at midfield now. Let's sort this out and see what was going on in the pile. Dogs got the first down, but it's getting a little heated down on the field. It's going to be a dead ball situation. So Georgia should have the first down. If the penalty's against us, they will mark it off after the first down, I would imagine. We'll get the explanation here from Steve Shaw.
After the play, we have a personal foul on 54 and 92 of both teams. Those fouls will offset. It'll be 1st down and 10.
Tanner Strickland picks up the personal foul for Georgia. And for the Razorbacks, their flag went on DeQuinta Jones, their defensive lineman. So offsetting penalties, as you heard. 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the Razorback 46-yard line. Dogs trail. Time getting short here in the half. We're down 14-7. 2:40 and counting on the clock. Second quarter action. Murray under center. The lone setback is Carlton Thomas. 2 men right, 1 left. Play fake Murray. Stands in the pocket. Throws it deep. Far sideline. He's got a receiver, but a nice defensive play by Arkansas's Ramon Broadway. Broke it up. Trying to go to Tavares King down around the 10-yard line on the far side of the field, but Broadway leaped in the air and batted that ball away.
Yeah, Broadway got that just at the last second. Tavares King had a couple of steps on that ball, just slightly underthrown. Not a bad ball, but just a hair underthrown, allowing Broadway to get up and make the play.
Broadway listed at 5'9", but he really got up in the air and saved it for Arkansas. That would have come down right in Tavares King's hands. 2nd down 10 for the Bulldogs from the Razorback 46. Keep it on the ground with Washawn Ely. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. That big defensive lineman just bear hugs him to the ground. But he did pick up a couple. Alfred Davis out of College Park, Georgia. Hugged him to the ground, but he got maybe 3 on the carry, 2.5 or 3. It's inside the 44-yard line. They'll call it a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8 upcoming for Georgia. The Bulldogs this afternoon, 2 out of 5 on 3rd down.
Yeah, we need this one right here. Just under now 2 minutes left. Not only to keep the ball out of the hands of Arkansas, but to keep this drive going.
I formation. Ely's in at tail. We'll play fake it to him. Murray wants to throw. He's got pressure, and he's hit from both sides and dropped for a loss back in Georgia territory at the 47-yard line. He got hit from the left, tried to spin away, and then he got hit from the right. DeMario Ambrose and Tenarius Wright.
Yeah, really no chance there for Aaron Murray. Looks like we had some miscommunication there on the protection, allowing several Arkansas guys to come free.
Loss of 8. We'll have to punt it away now with less than 80 seconds to go in the half. Georgia letting the clock tick down. 13 on the play clock. Minute 7 on the game clock. Butler in to kick it away. Joe Adams, the return man for Arkansas, stands on his 10-yard line. We'll let the clock tick down to 2, 1. Play clock runs out. Did we use a time? Or they take the delay penalty? Yeah, they took the delay of game penalty as the flag is dropped by the back judge. And that'll move us back 5 yards. 55 seconds on the clock.
Dead ball, delay of game, number 13 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So the line of scrimmage will be the Georgia 43-yard line now, and Butler can put his leg into one with 55 seconds to go.
Little surprise there. Arkansas didn't use one of their 2 remaining timeouts there to stop the clock and give this Arkansas offense a little more time to work.
Need a good punt right here. Arkansas stacks the line. Butler gets it away, and there's your boomer. Wow, a beautiful punt. Going to bounce on the 2 and skip into the end zone for the touchback, but Butler just delivered with a 57-yard punt. Bulldog football brought to you by BB&T. Over 135 years experience making sound financial decisions in the best interest of our clients. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. So Ryan Mallett and the offense will go to work with a 7-point lead. 1st and 10 on their own 20 and 46 seconds to go in the half.
Mallett pretty good here in this first half. 11 out of 13, 178 yards, 1 touchdown.
Most of that came in the first quarter when he was very active. And a lot more defense here in the second quarter. The last 3 possessions by both teams have ended in punts. Shotgun snap to Mallett. Play fake. Stands on the 10. Moves his feet. Throws it deep. Down the middle. It is caught by Adams in Georgia territory at the 41-yard line. 39 yards. Post pattern right down the middle between the hashes. Jakar Hamilton made the hit. Clock at 38. But a huge gainer for Arkansas. They're at the Dogs 41.
And way too much time there for Mallett to throw the football. That play took a long time to develop, running a post after faking running the corner.
Shotgun snap to Mallett. Just stands there. Throws it to the right side. Oh, nearly picked off right in Rambo's hands at the 38-yard line on the far sideline, and he dropped it. Wow, he saw that sideline just open up down there on the far side, in and out of the hands, although DJ Williams, the tight end, was right on top of it and could have made the tackle had he picked it off. And now there is a flag on the play, and it is a motion penalty against Arkansas, which will...
Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield on the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So it backs them up to the 46-yard line. Took some time off the clock, though, 26 seconds. Back on the 46. 1st and 15 for the Razorbacks. They lead by a touchdown here in the second quarter. Green is the lone setback for the Razorbacks. Play fake by Mallett. He's way back on his own 40. Now just throws it into the turf. They try to set up a screen, and Mallett just threw it into the turf. Way back there. I don't see any flags. Crowd wanted a little intentional grounding. Broderick Green was the guy they were trying to set up with the screen. But that ball got nowhere near Mallett. Just threw it right into the ground. 21 seconds to go. Grounding or no, Z?
Crowd not happy at all. I don't think it was grounding. A screen pass. You got everybody jumbled up there. It's exactly what you're taught to do. Throw it right at the feet. Couldn't have been a little bit closer. Sure, it could have. But since I'm on the crowd side here, I could easily reverse my decision or my thought process.
2nd and 15 for the Razorbacks. Mallett will throw far side. He airmails one over the sideline, incomplete as it went sailing out of bounds. His receiver hadn't even finished his route, and that ball was sailing over his head. 16 seconds to go as he was trying to go to Kobe Hamilton on the far sideline. So the clock sitting there with 16 seconds, and now it is 3rd down for the Razorbacks from the Georgia 46-yard line. 3rd and 15. They lead 14-7. Mallett stands on the Razorback 49 in the shotgun. Now walks up to check at the line of scrimmage. Dogs have Houston, Dobbs, Wood, and Gamble across the front line. Here comes the rush. Here's Mallett throwing it over the line of scrimmage. Just dumps it over the line to DeAnthony Curtis. Curtis scrambles towards the sideline, far side of the field. Gets out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Christian Robinson in on the tackle along with Sanders Cummings to undercut him. Stops the clock with 9 seconds left. It's a 1st down for the Razorbacks.
Dogs are playing just a 2-man, willing to give up some things underneath. Didn't want to give up quite that much yardage, but wanted to force the throw underneath, which they did. But because they're in 2-man, some running room there for Arkansas after the catch.
Gave up 15. Arkansas going to try a long field goal here, a 48-yarder by Zach Hocker. This would be a career long by the freshman. And now a timeout, apparently, as the referee stops play.
Georgia, that's their final timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So 9 seconds to go, and Arkansas to try a timeout. When we come back, let's send it to our Bulldog ISP Network studios and David Shoemate. David?
All right, thanks, Scott. Let's check the Charter on-demand scoreboard. Get the fastest internet speeds in the area with Charter's Ultra Fast Ultra 60. Call 888-GET-CHARTER or go to charter.com/ultra for more information. 2 teams trying to pull upsets on the road. 1 in the league. Vanderbilt has jumped on top of Mississippi 7-0 in the second quarter. And how about the Minutemen? UMass is leading at Michigan 17-14 late in the second quarter. We'll update all the scores coming up on the BB&T Halftime Show.
All right, David, thank you. Here it's 14-7. Arkansas leading Georgia, and Hocker, a freshman, to try a 48-yard field goal. His long attempt this year is only 26. He made a 52-yarder in high school in Arkansas. With 9 seconds to go in the half, there's the snap and the hold, and the kick is away. It is long enough. Is it good? It is, with plenty to spare. Wow. Really got his foot into that one. That one sailed through the pipes at the highest point of the goalpost. 48-yarder by Hocker gives Arkansas a 10-point lead, 17-7 with 4 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, Scott, you could have backed him up 10 yards. He's got some wind helping him. Pretty decent wind behind him, but he nailed that.
He did. That thing was way up there with plenty of room to spare. Georgia fans, G Extra is changing our name to GTV. GTV is the new home for the most online audio-video coverage of your favorite Bulldog sports. GTV brings you live games coverage, plus features and highlights. You can log on to GeorgiaDogs.com/all access. With GTV, you're a fan no matter where you live. And, of course, Bulldog football brought to you by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. It is 17-7 as the Razorbacks move 49 yards in 4 plays. We gave them the ball back with, 55 seconds to go? And they got 3 points on it and 4 seconds left.
Yeah, and the one big play was the corner post run by Joe Adams, where Mallett had all day to throw that football. And when you're 6'6" or 6'7", you can stand back in the pocket that long. You've got great vision of the field, and you've got Joe Adams out there running. You can get big plays very, very quickly. It's exactly what they did, then found a way just to get into field goal range.
So Georgia's kick return team onto the field. Alex Tejada has it teed up for Arkansas and set to kick it off from right to left. 4 ticks to go before halftime. Tejada approaches, punches it high and short, end over end. Going to be taken by one of the up men, Munzenmeyer, at the 25 to the 30. Breaks to the near side and tackled at the 34-yard line. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Arkansas leads Georgia here at intermission at Sanford Stadium by a score of 17-7. Stay tuned now for the BB&T halftime show with Hondo and company. And we're going to talk with Coach Mark Richt as well here in just a few seconds, as the halftime interview with Chuck and Coach Richt is brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. So the Dogs down by 10 as we go into the locker room. 17-7 the score. A late field goal by the Razorbacks, a 48-yarder from Hawker. Put the Hogs up by 2 scores as they go into the locker room, ending the first half. Razorbacks trying to win in Athens for the first time since 1993. Georgia's won 6 times in the series. And let's go to Chuck and the coach. Chuck?
Coach, you're having a good job, doing a good job stopping the run, but they are having success in the air.
Yeah, the teams almost had the 1 punt return against us. That was wiped out by a penalty, but still, in this game, you think we're going to have to find some points in the non-traditional way. Need to pick something up on the special team side.
And the halftime adjustments are brought to you by SunTrust. Live solid, bank solid. So adjustments we make, maybe adjusting our pass routes perhaps to in accordance with whatever Aaron Murray's situation is in the pocket?
Yeah, I think so. Right now, Arkansas showing press corners at the snap of the football, but then doing a good job of bailing and getting deep, not allowing us to get over the top of them. With that being said, to develop some kind of momentum, need to run some comebacks off of those deep routes, run some quick games, some slants, some hitches, some quick outs. Get the ball out of Aaron Murray's hand. Let him develop some rhythm. Only 6 passes, not nearly enough.
All right, we're set to go in the second half. Arkansas 17-7, leading Georgia. Alex Tejada set to kick it off. Hogs work from right to left on the kick. It is a long sailing kick. Boykin over near the left pylon to field it. Straight ahead 10-15, has a bit of a gap across the 20 and hit out of bounds at the 22-yard line. He was bumped out there. And let's go down to the sidelines and Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Thanks a lot, Scott. I can tell you I was in there at halftime with the team, and there were no heads that are down. Right now they're intent on coming back out here, getting points out of this opening drive, making this a 1-score game. Keep in mind, they're well aware their coach had their back in that first half. Twice on 4th down, he went for it. Once at the goal line scored, once at a place that was very dangerous on the field, but they converted there too.
Right now it's 1st and 10 from our 22-yard line to start the second half. We'll come out in the I formation. Play fake. Murray to pass. He has a man. It's over the head, but intercepted by Arkansas. He was trying to go to Tavares King around the 43. Ball sailed over his head, was caught by Tremaine Thomas, the safety. He collided with a teammate and is down right there. The Dogs come out, turn it over on the first play of the second half.
And Aaron Murray had the look that he wanted to have.
Wait a minute, we got a flag on the far side at the 35-yard line. Sorry, Z.
It's okay. We'll see what this is. Aaron Murray actually had the look that he wanted to have to throw that skinny post. The ball just came out of his hand a little bit funny. Looked like it may have slipped.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 5 on the defense, took his helmet off. That's a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
So Thomas, the player who picked it off, is also the player who committed the penalty. So that'll back Arkansas back to their own 41-yard line. So an interception thrown by Aaron Murray. That is his 2nd of the season. And Arkansas gets it back there. Pretty good field position on their own 41-yard line. They lead 17-7. Only 10 seconds gone off the clock. Mallett to hand it off. They go to Wingo. Wingo running to the near side across the 45 up to the 50 into Georgia territory at the 48-yard line. A gain of 11. They're going to get a first down, I do believe. Akeem Dent, the linebacker, makes the tackle downfield.
A lot of confusion there on the Georgia defensive side of the ball. We had guys running over to get into position very, very late. And that play call, Mallett dropped back, just run a simple little draw, but huge void on the left-hand side of the Dogs defense.
Just underway in the second half. Dogs got the opening kickoff, threw an interception on the first play from scrimmage. Now Arkansas working near midfield with a handoff to Wingo, running right. And we've got 8 or 9 red jerseys on the far side to sling Wingo back. After not much of a gain, gets up to about the 46-yard line and then tempers flair once again. Cornelius Washington initially on the hit for Georgia, but they stopped Wingo after a gain of about 2 and a fraction. They'll move the ball inside the 46-yard line between the 45 and 46 of Georgia. Arkansas with 2nd down and 7 coming up. How about we get one of those takeaways and get it right back?
Boy, we need one, don't we?
Crowd kind of dead now after the turnover. It's a little bit flat now. Flag on the play before the snap of the ball. We may have some more movement on Arkansas.
Before the snap, false start, 73 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
That was their tackle, Ray Dominguez, senior from Bainbridge, Georgia. High school teammates of Darrell Gamble and Nick Williams on the Georgia squad. So that puts the ball back on the other side of the 50. 2nd down and 12 for the Razorbacks. Moving right to left. Mallett with the ball in the pocket. Stands there all day. Dumps it down low. Complete at the 49 to Adams. Running across from right to left. Dragged down from behind by Brandon Boykin. But after a gain of about 9.5 at the 41-yard line. Boykin from Fayetteville made the tackle. Now it'll be 3rd down for Arkansas. 3rd and about 3.
Good job by Boykin staying with Adams on that play. Arkansas has run that a number of times of getting 2-man, or anytime they get man-to-man underneath, they've had Adams just on little crossing routes, and Adams has got enough speed to hurt you if you give him the ball in time.
3rd and 3 for the Razorbacks in Georgia territory from the 41. Mallett hands it off. Wingo runs right. Rambo comes up to make the hit. He gets a stiff arm. He fights it off, wraps him up, and drops Wingo back at the 43-yard line. Justin Houston in there to help out as well, but Rambo came up from the safety spot, made the hit. He got a stiff arm, but he was able to knock that away and drive Wingo near the sideline and force 4th down for the Razorbacks.
And Arkansas looks like they're going to go for it again. If you remember back earlier in the game, this is the same spot on the field that Arkansas was going to go for it before, forced Georgia into a timeout. Arkansas ended up punting.
Arkansas will punt it with Mallett. He'll just pooch it as he takes the snap, kicks it, hits on the 46, bouncing, and just barely trickles into the end zone. Wow. Well, not a bad job by Mallett, the big 6'6" quarterback / punter. As he put it into the end zone, touchback. Georgia will have the ball 1st and 10 on our 20. We dodge a bullet after the interception. Timeout on the field, 11:50 to go, 3rd quarter. It's football brought to you by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Dogs 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line, trailing 17-7. Murray hands it off to Ely. Ely off the right side, spins middle of the field, trying to back his way for some yards, and he got a few. He got about 4 before being piled up at the 24-yard line by a host of white shirts. Ambrose and Krim, the safety, coming up to make the hit. Franklin also in there. Franklin got booted out of our game last year out in Fayetteville. You guys remember that in the 2nd quarter?
Right.
He accidentally bumped the referee after a penalty. Well, I say accidentally, but he was tossed after bumping. Making sure he stays clear of the striped shirts today. 2nd down play for Georgia. Handoff Ely left tackle. Running space across the 30. Spins and falls forward to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10 for Washawn Ely and a 1st down for Georgia. Broadway made the stop, the cornerback for Arkansas.
Nice adjustment there by Mike Bobo, bringing 3 receivers into the game, spreading out this Arkansas defense a little bit, giving a little more room there for Ely to make a few nice moves, nice cuts, and open up the middle of that field.
Subway is the official sandwich of the Georgia Bulldogs. Play hard, eat fresh. 1st and 10 on the 34 for the Dogs. We're down by 10. 10:45 on the clock, third quarter. Dogs moving left to right with Murray under center. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And the handoff goes to Washaun Ely, looking for space on the right side. He angles towards the sideline. It is going to be stopped right about the 35-yard line by the cornerback Broadway again. He only got about a yard as he tried to sweep to the right.
Arkansas continued to show a cover 2 look, but very quick to bring up safety support to get involved in the run game and then roll into that single safety and man-to-man outside.
2nd down, 9 for Georgia from our 35-yard line. Durham to the left side and Tavares King to the right. I formation. Munzenmeyer the fullback. Ely's the tail. We're going to play fake. Murray steps up in the pocket, trying to avoid tacklers, and will run and be dropped at the 37-yard line. Tackled from behind by Askew, who grabbed his legs. He fell forward to the 37. Picks up a couple. It's 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Bulldogs.
Just quick pressure again from the outside from this Arkansas defense, forcing Aaron Murray to move up into the pocket. And when he does, he's seeing a wall of people as the interior line from Arkansas pushing our guys back into his face. Not a whole lot Aaron can do outside of what he did. Just try to find a little bit of room and get what you can.
Glenn and Strickland are guards. Bowling and Davis the tackles. Jones is the center. He snaps to Murray. Play fake. Murray sets on the 30. Fires to the left side, far sideline. Passes behind. Chris Durham, the intended receiver, who had to slow down and spin around and watch the ball sail behind him by about 2 or 3 yards. Incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Aaron there trying to go to Chris Durham's back shoulder. Chris Durham running just a takeoff route, pretty good cover, so Aaron tried to purposely stop him, just threw it behind him a little too much for Chris to adjust to it.
Drew Butler on to punt for the 4th time today. Joe Adams, the return man, back deep for Arkansas. He stands on the 18. There's the snap by Fricks. Butler gets a high hanging kick, not real deep. It spirals down, and a fair catch is called for at the 27 or 28-yard line by Joe Adams. Only a 35-yard punt, no return. And Arkansas will have it on their own 28. They lead Georgia 17-7. Timeout, 3rd quarter, 8:58 to play in the quarter here in Athens. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network from ISP. Show you Georgia pride all season long with Nature's Own, the official bread of UGA. Find them on Facebook or visit nature'sownbread.com. Arkansas up to the line, leading 17-7. 1st and 10 from their own 28. Quick snap to Mallett in the shotgun. He's got time to throw. He lobs it out to the right. Overthrows the intended receiver, who was Jarius Wright, running open to the right side. It's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd down coming up for the Razorbacks. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. Hamilton splits out to the right for the Razorbacks. And Adams on the near side. Under center is Mallett. They'll keep it on the ground with Green. Broderick Green hits the pile running straight ahead. Falls across the 30 to maybe the 31-yard line. Avery Jones, sophomore defensive lineman from Warner Robins, makes the tackle for Georgia. He gets 4 on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
If you go back to that last play, Scott, Jarius Wright running with nobody around him on a crossing pattern all the way across the field. By far the worst pass Mallett's thrown all day. If he completes that, it is probably a 35, 40-yard pickup.
Yeah, he would have been off to the races. Mallett comes up out of the shotgun now to check off. 2 receivers make it 3 to the right. One's in the slot. And a couple on the near side as well. 5 receivers set, empty backfield. Mallett will throw. And it is incomplete. Trying to go to Adams on the near sideline around the 47-yard line. I don't know if that was tipped or just a terrible short pass. I really couldn't tell. Rambo almost came up with it. It didn't look to be anywhere near Adams, the intended receiver. It may have hit the defender in the back or in the leg. Did it hit Adams in the leg?
It hit Adams in the leg. I almost think he was trying to go underneath. Either way, it wasn't a very good ball thrown by Mallett. Two balls there that he threw that I'm sure he would like to have back.
So punt time for Arkansas. Dylan Breeding on to kick it away. Logan Gray's the deep man. We almost got a guy in there to block it, Darrell Gamble. But a high punt, wobbly spiral, lands about 5 or 6 yards out of bounds around the 20. And let's see where they spot the ball out of bounds as the official walks up the near sideline. And he will spot it.
Toppings, and that demands one's undivided attention. That's the sound of that same someone falling into a manhole. Angus axiom number 2. Don't walk and chew Angus at the same time. The simple joy of Angus at participating McDonald's.
Take a double reverse with Rantavius Wooten. He hesitates at the 17, across the 20, on the near side to the 22, where he is tackled. And a gain of about 10 on the play. It'll be a first down. We started it at the 12. They faked the reverse after Wooten got the handoff. He faked it on the double and kept it, ran to the near side, and got close to the 23.
Yeah, I think that may have been Wooten doing that absolutely on his own. It looked like we had a pass set up off of that reverse to flip it back to Aaron Murray, and then Ely was running down the field on a pass route, but good decision to pull that down and run with it.
There was a lot going on, a direct snap to Ely and then the handoff to Wooten. Now Murray back at quarterback, fires to Durham on the far side of the field on the run. He makes the catch and moves the ball upfield to the 30-yard line. Be a gain of 6, make it 8, or 7, somewhere in that neighborhood. 6:59 to go in the third quarter, and they see where they spotted at the 30. So a gain of 7 on the play for Chris Durham on the throw, brings up second down and 3.
And that's a good play call there from Mike Bobo. Just a little bubble screen out to Chris Durham, but we've got to get Aaron Murray in some kind of rhythm.
He'll hand it off. Carlton Thomas is the tailback, and he is pushed back at the 30. Hit the hole at the 30-yard line at the line of scrimmage and just got shoved back about a yard. Anthony Leon, the linebacker, up in the hole to make the hit for no gain for Carlton Thomas. Now it'll be third down and 3 for Georgia. And the Bulldogs today just 2 of 8 on third down conversions.
Yeah, it's not where you want to be, and this is a big one here. A lot of time left in this football game, but we've got to get some kind of rhythm going on offense and start moving the football down the field.
Out of the eye with Thomas, the tailback. 1 receiver left and 2 to the right. Defense moving around for Arkansas. Murray may have changed the play. Here's Murray dropping back in the pocket, holding on, now throws. It's caught by Marlon Brown just shy of the 40-yard line. He reached up high and pulled it in. Rudell Krim makes the tackle, but it is a first down for the Bulldogs. Murray standing in that pocket, see, he wasn't going to move, and he had Marlon Brown running a crossing route.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. Wanted to go outside on a hitch route as his first read. Covered up pretty well by Arkansas. He was able to come back inside. Had a lot of noise around him in the pocket, but stayed big and stayed tall in there until he found his guy.
Picked up 10 up to the 40. First down, Georgia. 1 receiver to each side. We run out of the eye with Ely back at the tailback position. Play fake Murray in the pocket. Throws down the middle. Caught! Israel Troop diving in from the right side in Arkansas territory at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 15, make it 16 as they move it to the 44. Broadway on the coverage for the Razorbacks.
And we've got that there as long as we want to take it. Just a skinny post inside. Arkansas continuing to show 2, then go to single safety as they're bringing one of their safeties in for run support. That's the same pass that Aaron Murray threw the interception on, this time able to stick it on his receiver.
Logan Gray splits out left. Troop stays in the game at the right side. I formation with Ely at tail. Arkansas showing blitz. We block it. Throw it out the left side to Gray. Caught. Avoids the first tackler. Moves inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. That first guy missed him, and then Gray had about 9 yards of running room. Aaron White with a key block on that side to help open it up. A gain of 8, they call it. Second down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Rudell Krim and Jericho Nelson, the linebacker, and the safety on the tackle for the Razorbacks, who lead it 17-7.
A much better rhythm right now out of this Georgia offense. If you've got one-on-one outside, find ways to get the ball out to those receivers and see if they can make somebody miss.
Dogs second down on the Arkansas 36-yard line. Handoff to Carlton Thomas, right tackle, running with his head down low and his legs driving. He gets to the 30, maybe the 29. He will get to the 29, a gain of 7. Carlton Thomas, another first down, Georgia's. The Dogs move the sticks. Jerry Franklin makes the tackle for the Razorbacks, and this is Georgia's best drive in a long, long time in this ballgame.
And another good block by Georgia receivers downfield. Again, Chris Durham, after a huge block there in the first half, another very solid block on that play.
Durham to the left side. Now we flip-flop White from right to left, the tight end. King is on the right side. Thomas is the tailback. Bring Durham in motion to the near side. Play fake Thomas. Murray wants to throw it, and he's just had to get rid of it early. We had 3 receivers in the area. King was the deep man, and then we had Durham short. And we had a tight end, White, running the middle route, but Murray was under pressure and just had to dump it. Ambrose came in with some pretty serious pressure from the defensive end spot, and Aaron just had to unload it.
It's been a similar story throughout the game. Arkansas defensive ends getting upfield and wide with the wide blitz, just coming strong off the end, forcing Aaron Murray up in the pocket.
I'll run out of the shotgun. 2 men to the right, 1 to the left. And Ely's in the backfield. There's the snap. They're going to hand it to Washon. He's got running room. 25 and down there, wrapped up at the 25-yard line. He stutter-stepped at the 29. Krim able to make the tackle at the 25 after about a 4-yard gain. Those holes look a lot bigger up here, and then they close all of a sudden. Arkansas with pretty good closing speed in the secondary.
Yeah, they do. And when you're running the football without that wide pressure that you're getting, it's a good running play to try to attack where they're vacating. But the interior line of that Arkansas defensive line and linebackers doing a good job. Scott closing the holes, just like you said.
3rd and 6 for the Dogs. Everything worth listening to is on Sirius XM. 17-7, Arkansas leads it. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Split the backfield, stand in the shotgun. There's the snap to Murray. Here comes pressure, and we just have to dump it off and get rid of it, trying to set up a screen. It looked like Murray, with the blitz all in his face, just had to dump it. Leon was right up there on top of him. And Jake Beckett, and that'll bring up 4th down and a field goal try for Georgia. We trail 17-7, so we need the points. And Blair Walsh, the outstanding kicker from Boca Raton, Florida, will try for about a 43-yarder here with Drew Butler holding. Ty Fricks, the snapper from the far hash. The kick is away, and it is good. Walsh stays perfect on the season. The Dogs get 3. 2:44 to go in the third quarter. It is Arkansas 17, and now Georgia 10. How about a Charter On-Demand scoreboard update with David Shoemate in our Bulldog ISP Network studios. Dave, 3-yarder, and it's 17-10. Arkansas still out front. Dog fans, don't forget after the game to keep it tuned right here for the BB&T Dog Talk Show live from Hotel Indigo in downtown Athens. And now Blair Walsh will tee it up and kick it away from left to right. The Dogs make it a 7-point contest now. And back deep for the Razorbacks is Humphrey. Mardrikas Humphrey. Dennis Johnson is not here for the Razorbacks. He's been their return man for 4 years, it seems like. Kick is taken on the 11 by Humphrey on the near side. To the middle of the field, across the 20, and hit at the 25-yard line. And that's where Humphrey is down right there. Ogletree and Stripling in onto the tackle for the Bulldogs, along with Chad Glower. So 1st and 10 Razorbacks. They lead by 7. They'll spot the ball on the 26-yard line. Bulldog football is brought to you by BB&T, a heritage of sound financial decisions for clients. BB&T, best bank in town since 1872.
Razorbacks may have gotten away with a block in the back there on that kickoff return. Looked pretty clear from up here, but no flag.
1st and 10 from the Arkansas 26. Razorbacks play fake. Mallett rolls to the right. On the run, he throws in and out of the hands of the tight end, Williams. The very reliable tight end for the Razorbacks, but that one just slipped right through the hands. He was open with some running room on the far side of the field, but couldn't hang on, so the 6'2 senior from Little Rock drops it for an incompletion. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Razorbacks.
You have to be impressed with the way Mallett handles the ball back there on play action. The long touchdown pass early in the game, very well done from a play action standpoint. Gets the ball in his belly or on his hip, hides it nicely. Did it well there again.
This time Mallett's under center. They bring a man in motion from left to right. Toss it to the tailback Green. Green with running room, 30, 35, and brought down by Brandon Boykin at the 39-yard line. But a gain of 13. That's Green's longest run of the day. And a first down for the Razorbacks.
Almost doubled up his yardage for the game up until that point at 15 yards on 5 carries. Picks up 13 there.
Third quarter, clock moving at 2:20. Dogs just connected on a Blair Walsh field goal from 43 yards out to make it 17-10. Arkansas, 12th ranked and undefeated Razorbacks, trying to win in Athens for the first time since 1993. Georgia trying to win its 7th straight in the series. Mallett throws, passes tipped at the line of scrimmage and then nearly intercepted by Akeem Dent, who had his man covered. Ben Cleveland, the tight end, the intended receiver, on a short yardage pass. But the Dogs tipped it at the line. That ball was a wobbling dead duck, almost picked off by Akeem Dent. Instead, it's an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up second down and 10.
Just a quick out cut from Cleveland there from his tight end position. Normally a pretty easy throw to complete, but good job by Dent undercutting that throw. He could have caught that one. He had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Well, no doubt. We've had a couple of those today. One earlier in the first half by Rambo. Mallett takes the snap, drops back, dumps it off on the right side to Green. Green in the right flat with the ball and a little bit of space. He pushes the ball across the line of scrimmage at the 40. Christian Robinson and Vance Cuff, however, come up to shut him down after a gain of only a couple. And it'll be third down and 8 to go for the Razorbacks. Arkansas with very little running game today. They're trying to work to the outside. They only have 27 yards on the ground on 15 carries today. But they lead 17-10. Third down and loud here in Sanford Stadium. 3rd and 8 for the Razorbacks' 41-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mallett. Screen to the right. The catch is made at the 40. That's Adams. Little Adams across midfield. Breaks the tackle 40. 35-30. Still on his feet. Sean Williams going to drive him out of bounds at the Georgia 25-yard line. He was zigzagging through red jerseys and white jerseys like nobody's business. And the speedy Adams all the way down to the Georgia 25-yard line. A gain of 36 yards, is that right? 17-10 our score. And a big first down and a huge gain for the Razorbacks.
As he was zigzagging up and down the field there, picked up about 3 or 4 just very solid blocks by his teammates.
At the Georgia 25, I formation for the Razorbacks. Mallett hands it off. Green straight ahead running about 3 yards to the 22. Maybe just shy of that. Dogs pile it up in the middle with Brandon Wood. Second down. Well, that big play hurt severely. All of Georgia's touchdowns in this game last year, when it was a shootout, 52-41, all of Georgia's scores came from 20 yards and out. Arkansas has had some big chunks like that, not necessarily scoring plays, but they've had some big plays 20 yards and better today. Shotgun snap to Mallett, play fake to Wingo. Mallett with the ball, drops back on the 35, throws after his back foot, lobs it to the right corner, caught by Wingo, touchdown. How was Wingo that wide open?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a pretty well-designed play right there. You get Mallett moving a little bit to his left. Wingo comes out of the backfield, just runs a wheel route up the sideline after everybody else has cleared out. And he was there with nobody around him. Mallett does a good job throwing it on time before anybody sees that he's out there all by himself.
Mallett threw it off his back leg. One leg, really, and it was his back one, but he's so strong and tall that he can make that throw. And here's the point after by Zach Hawker. And it is good, and Arkansas regains the 14-point lead. It's the Razorbacks 24 and Georgia 10. Only 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's go to the Bulldog ISP Network studios for a Charter On-Demand scoreboard update with David Shumate. David?
All right, thanks, Scott. The upset bid for UMass is going by the wayside. Number 20, Michigan, starting to pull away. It's 35-17. 6:18 to play in the third quarter. Also, number 2, Ohio State is rolling. 43-0 up on Ohio. 41 seconds to play in the third quarter at the Horseshoe. Back to you.
All right. Wish the news was better here. It's 24-10 Razorbacks. as Arkansas drives down the field for their first points of the second half. A text message from Texaco. Want to help keep your car running great? Do what people who know cars do. Trust the unbeatable cleaning power of Texaco with Techron to clean vital engine parts and help keep your car running great. Only 8 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Coming up before the end of the ball game, we'll be selecting the Texaco star player of the game. Maybe that star player will emerge in the fourth quarter for the Bulldogs, as a lot of folks are heading for the gate already.
That's a little too early for that, don't you think?
It is. There's a whole quarter to go. Come on, guys. Here's Alex Tejada to kick it away, right to left for Arkansas. Hammers it deep, back of the end zone. And Carlton Thomas, backpedaling about a yard shy of the back line, makes the catch for the touchback. Tejada really got his foot into that one. So Georgia goes back on offense, 1st and 10 from our own 20-yard line. Razorbacks went 74 yards and 7 plays on that last drive. Well, they've earned their scores today. They've had long drives for all 3 of their touchdowns.
If you're the Dogs right now, you know that you're going to get probably 3 or 4 more possessions. No need to panic or get away from anything. I think what we started to do that last series, some quick passes, get Aaron Murray into some kind of a rhythm, continue to do those type things, see if we can get the ball moving.
3 receivers set, split backfield. Murray in the shotgun, drops back, looks to the near side, pass off the hands of Washawn Ely and incomplete. He had a defender right on top of him, Jerry Franklin, who knocked Ely to the ground as soon as the ball hit his hands. He wasn't able to hang on. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Dogs.
This little slip screen there from the Dogs. Aaron Murray trying to get it out to Washawn, but threw it a little bit too hard. Wouldn't have gone anywhere even if he would have caught that pass. Had Tenarius Wright all over him.
2nd and 10, Georgia from the 20. Run out of the eye, hand it to Ely. Behind Munzenmeyer with a block. Ely to the 25. Backpedaling now and pushing across to the 26, maybe the 27. Got a nice block from Munzenmeyer to lead through the hole. Tremaine Thomas makes the tackle. Dogs pick up at least 6 on the play, and that's going to be the end of quarter number 3. It's comeback time for Georgia if the Dogs are going to win this one. They're down by 14. It's Arkansas 24 and Georgia 10. Fourth quarter coming up.
In the Big East, and I got a chance to go out and watch a Florida game last year, and this is my 2nd SEC game, and I mean, you can't beat this atmosphere.
Dogs come back and get this one?
I definitely think so. I mean, they're explosive offense. They have some talent outside, and I hope they make it competitive.
Good. Thank you, Larry. Scott?
All right, Chuck, thank you. Cardinals in town to play the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. Larry Fitzgerald. Here's 24-10, our score here as we start the fourth quarter. Dogs with the ball, 3rd down. Murray to pass, stands on the near hash, now rockets one, and on his knees, Tavares King made the catch, falling back towards the passer at the 46-yard line. Broadway on the coverage. King had fallen down. He was on his knees when that ball came sailing into he cradled right into his lap.
All day long for Aaron Murray to throw that pass. Tavares King on a deep comeback outside. We've been pushing the ball vertically, or trying to at the very least, all day long. So had some opening there on the comeback, but that play was accomplished because of the offensive line and the protection they gave Aaron Murray.
19-yard gain to the Dogs' 46. Georgia in the eye, 4-man front for Arkansas. Linebackers up in there tight. I formation with Ely, the tailback. He gets the handoff. Cuts to the left at the 50. Hesitates, stutter steps. Gets by a man at the 45. Still on his feet and driving inside the 40. Down to the 36-yard line. Jerry Franklin finally bringing him down. Washawn Ely running with a little bit of authority that time.
Boy, did he ever. That erupted the bench and the sidelines for the Georgia Bulldogs. Good block by Orson Charles as well to help spring Ely outside.
Broadway tried to tackle him on the sideline, and Ely just kind of shoved him out of the way with his right hand. A run by Ely. That was a triple play contender from the Comcast triple play. 14 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Dogs trying to move. I formation, play fake Murray. Here comes pressure up the middle. They tug on his arm. He pulls away. Now he will go down at the 41-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 5. Tremaine Thomas, a safety on the blitz, coming up to make the tackle. He's out of Winnie, Texas. We lose 5, maybe 6 on the play, depending on the spot. Looks like it's on the 41.
And that's too bad. We had play action on, so we were max protected, but Ely on that play whiffed on the blitzing safety there. So no chance for Murray to get that football off.
Second down and long, second and 15 for the Bulldogs. We're down by 2 touchdowns. Split the backfield. Murray in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Murray on the edge of the logo at the middle of the field. Will throw to the right side. He floats it out there, and it is caught at the 30-yard line by Rantavius Wooten, I believe. That's Wooten out there on the outer edge, making the catch at the 30 for a gain of 11. Isaac Madison on the coverage, the junior cornerback from Dallas. Dogs with a third down opportunity here, 3rd and 4. And the clock moving at 12:50.
In the college game, that's one of the hardest passes to throw because the hash marks are wider than what you'd see at the pro level. That is a long pass to throw, but another comeback run by the Dogs for the completion.
Third down for Georgia. Troop goes in motion from the left side. Now back to the near side. Murray under center will hand it to Ely. Ely hit at the line of scrimmage and went down there. Jericho Nelson, the linebacker, hit him low, and Ely couldn't keep the legs moving, and he fell right at the 30-yard line for no gain.
It's a play we ran knowing that we would probably go for it, just trying to get into a 4th and short situation if we didn't pick it up. Not much there to offer. Goes without saying, this is a huge football play in this game.
Dogs 2 for 2 on 4th down today. One of them was a touchdown. We need a conversion here to keep this drive alive, down by 2 scores. Murray in the shotgun. He stands on the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 30. Murray in the pocket will pass. It's broken up on the far side, trying to go to Aaron White, who thought he was interfered with. No flag. Ball goes over on downs as Arkansas will take over at the 30-yard line.
Arkansas went and just dropped back to 2 for most of the game. As we've been saying, they've gone man-to-man and brought one of those safeties up. That time they stayed.
Guys and a drink, only at Arby's. For a limited time at participating Arby's.
Arkansas takes over on downs after a failed 4th down attempt by Georgia. Mallett at the line of scrimmage. They'll run out of the I formation. Toss it to the tailback. Wingo looking for running room on the sweep to the right. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets to the 35 and wrapped up by Cornelius Washington, the outside linebacker on this side. But Wingo got 5 on the carry. Bulldog football is brought to you by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. And don't forget, after the game, plenty more football programming coming your way here on the Bulldogs Radio Network as we broadcast live from Hotel Indigo in downtown Athens.
Razorbacks only with 48 yards on the ground today, but making their living through the air. Ryan Mallett now at the 300-yard mark.
They're probably just in a clock-chewing mode at this point, or starting to think about it anyway. With the clock ticking under 11 minutes, they run it again, this time to Broderick Green off the left side. DeMarcus Dobbs makes the tackle at the 37-yard line, a gain of 2. And the clock continues to move. Dogs have all 3 of their timeouts left. We're down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, 24-10 with 10:37 left in the game. Now less than that. Third down for Arkansas coming up. The Hogs this afternoon, 4 out of 9 on third down conversions. Play clock at 13 as they get to the line of scrimmage and get up over the ball. Travis Swanson, the center, redshirt freshman, snaps it to Mallett. Drops back, pump fakes. Here comes the rush. He just dumps it off as he runs to his right. Threw it at the feet of Jarius Wright. We had pretty good pressure. Justin Houston upfield and getting a little pressure on him, along with Avery Jones, who angled in to make Mallett feel the heat a little bit. He had to dump it. It's incomplete. Dogs get the ball back. It's 4th down for the Razorbacks. Logan Gray back deep to receive the punt.
There's still plenty of time on this clock for the Dogs to make a run, but the possessions are starting to trim down here. We've got to make something happen here. A nice return by Logan Gray would help the matter some, or help the cause some, to give us some good field position.
Charter on-demand scoreboard. Vanderbilt retakes the lead over Ole Miss 21-14 in the second half. The punt is a high, long one by Breeding, fielded by Gray at the 13. He breaks a couple of tackles. Gray moving up the field across the 30, shakes his way up to the 35 and moves to the 38-yard line. A nice return by Logan Gray back from the 14 up.
Is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Back at Sanford Stadium in Athens under beautiful sunny skies. The outcome right now, not so beautiful if you're a Dog fan, and we are 24-10. We trail. Dogs with the ball, however, 1st and 10 on our 38-yard line. Murray under center, I formation with Carlton Thomas at the tailback spot. Play fake. Murray tucks the ball in, stands in the pocket. Oh, hit from behind. He fumbles. It's loose. They dive for it. Arkansas, Georgia, who's got it? Steve Shaw, the referee, says the Dogs fell on it. Josh Davis, our big tackle, able to fall on that ball as Murray was hit hard from behind. Jostled the ball out of his arm. It went tumbling, and Davis alertly fell on it. Askew for Arkansas made the hit to force the fumble, but Georgia able to maintain possession. A scary one right there with 9:24 to play in the game.
Defensive ends for Arkansas continuing to get upfield and get wide. That inside pressure forcing Aaron Murray to hop outside just a little bit, right into the heat of the pressure.
We lost 4, 2nd and 14. Murray throws a high pass brought in shy of the 50 by Tavares King on the Georgia sideline, out of bounds at the 49-yard line. He's going to pick up 15 yards. Isaac Madison on the coverage. Forced King out of bounds into the Georgia bench. Stops the clock with 9:07 to go and gives the Dogs a first down up to the 49-yard line.
And we've got to stay outside until Arkansas shows us that they can take that away. They continue to play man-to-man outside on 1st and 2nd down. Let's continue to take it until they stop it.
We split the backfield. Murray in the shotgun. Snap. Murray rolls to the right. Sets at the 38. He throws it deep. We've got Durham down there. Can he get it? Yes, and he hangs on at the 5-yard line. Durham was just saying, get it to me, and he got it to him, and he made the catch, and he's tackled at the 5. A triple play contender, certainly, from the Comcast triple play. A long gainer, 1st and goal, Georgia at the Arkansas 5 with 8:41 to go.
A little half roll there by Aaron Murray to get outside the pocket. Chris Durham from inside runs just a post route. That ball underthrown a little bit, or it would have been 6 points, but good job by Chris Durham going up with strong hands, making the catch.
57 yards on the game. Rudell Krim made the tackle.
The previous play is under further review.
They will check to see, I guess, if Durham actually made the catch. Was he juggling it a little bit? Is that what's in question? We'll all get a look at the replay.
It looked like in full speed that he almost trapped it kind of behind his back or on his shoulder pad a little bit. No replays being shown right now for us to take a look at, but here it comes.
Durham had beaten his man. He caught right corner, can't get to it, out of bounds and incomplete. Durham was about 4 yards deep in the end zone, turned to his outside, but the ball went sailing past a little bit underneath him.
Aaron Murray there trying to stop Chris Durham and bring him back to the ball. He was running a fade route, pretty good position by Arkansas defensively. Really the only hope that Aaron had was if he could stop him and bring him back. Just got to put that ball on the back shoulder and not 2 or 3 yards behind him.
Carlton Thomas in, Ely out, split backfield, Murray in the shotgun. 3rd and goal from the 5. We move and they move, and flags are everywhere. Our guard may have moved early, Cordy Glenn. There's Steve Shaw with the referee's call.
Before the snap, false start, number 71 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Well, that puts you in a little bit of a stickier situation now. It's 3rd and goal, but you've got to cover 5 more yards. Or maybe it's better, Z. Do you have more room to work with? Can you look at it like that?
You know, in reality, it kind of helps you a little bit because you do have a little bit more room to throw the football. You were probably going to throw it before anyway. This spreads it out just a little bit more. So easier to throw it from the 10 or 11 yard line sometimes than it is throwing it from the 4 or 5.
Dogs quickly break the huddle. Durham and Brown to the right side. King to the near side. They run Thomas out to the right side. Play clock winding down. Snap to Murray. Caught by King at the 5. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. Dives. Touchdown. He caught it at the 5. Broke 2 tackles and scored. (24-16) after the touchdown by Tavares King. This Georgia touchdown brought to you by AirTran Airways, offering great low fares to over 60 cities.
What a great effort there by Tavares King, catching it just on a little shallow route underneath.
Here's Walsh with the point after. Automatic. Walsh gives Georgia the 17th point of the game. 24-17. Dogs within 7. 7:52 to go. A lot of time left here in the 4th. Timeout in Athens. Back after this. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network from ISP. By BB&T, best bank in town since 1872, and by Nature's Own, the official bread of UGA. Find them on Facebook or visit nature'sownbread.com. Tavares King has 2 touchdowns in his Georgia career. A 50-yarder against Arkansas last year, a 10-yarder today. The Dogs go 62 yards. And that drive set up by the nice punt return. Logan Gray's 23-yard return to get him out of a hole. Here's the kickoff by Walsh, taken on the 6 by Humphrey. Straight ahead across the 20 and pushed back at the 22-yard line. A pile of red jerseys driving Humphrey back into the turf. Alec Ogletree, the freshman from Noonan, leading the way. And Arkansas will have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 22. Now it's a bit of a different feeling in the stadium now when you're down by 7 and a lot of time still to play. 7:46 on the clock here in the 4th.
Ryan Mallett, 17 out of 26, 300 yards on the day, 2 touchdown passes. The Hogs only 50 yards on the ground.
Stadium getting loud. Scoreboard says make some noise. And the fans oblige. Shotgun snap to Mallett. Here comes pressure. He throws. It is caught by Adams. Boom! He's hit, knocked back. Still on his feet, back on the 22. Regains his composure and drives to the 30, which is where he was originally hit. Cuff hit him originally and knocked him back about 6 or 7 yards, but couldn't wrap up. And Adams was able to get up to the 30 with about 7 yards on 1st down. So it brings up 2nd down and 3 now for the Razorbacks. Clock moving at 7:13. Arkansas up by 7. They back the tight end off the line, move him in motion to the left side. Mallett under center, hands it off. Straight ahead running Green. Runs with authority. Big hole across the 35 to the 37-yard line, and it's a Razorback 1st down. Sean Williams in the game at safety to make the hit. Williams has made a handful of tackles today for Georgia. Keontae Tripp subbing into the ball game now for the Bulldogs across that defensive front. 1st and 10 Razorbacks at their own 37-yard line. Remember, the clock is a factor. Dogs with all 3 of the timeouts left. Arkansas out front, as they have been for most of the game. Snap to Mallett. Handoff. Keep it on the ground with Green trying to pick a hole at right guard. Not much there. D'Angelo Tyson and Christian Robinson up to fill the hole and stop Green after only about a yard gain. So he moves from the 37 to the 38. It'll be 2nd down there for the Razorbacks.
Dogs continuing to try to apply pressure. Brought the corner blitz on that play. And a good push up front by the defensive line.
Mallett drops back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Green's the lone setback. Offset to Mallett's left. Now Mallett walks up to the line of scrimmage to check the play. 5 on the play clock. There's the snap. Mallett hangs it up on the far side and on the sideline. That is incomplete. It was caught by Hamilton. Kobe Hamilton caught the ball, but he was out of bounds with good coverage by Sanders Cummings, hugging that far sideline. It's 3rd down now.
It was very good coverage there by Cummings, pushing the receiver just to the sideline, not giving him any room at all. Ryan Mallett, good job recognizing the defense and laying it up. But the better coverage there by Cummings, pushing the Arkansas receiver out of bounds.
Indeed, that hit by Cummings was key as his foot landed out of bounds. 3rd down, crowd roaring here. 5:46 to play with the clock stopped in the 4th quarter. 17, we're down by 7, Shotgun snap to Mallett, but flags and whistles as they had a man move. Their right tackle moved early. And flags on the play. Should be a false start against Arkansas. Mallett maybe a bit shaken up because the play continued. It was so loud you couldn't hear the whistle. Darrell Gamble got a hit on Ryan Mallett. That was a freebie.
Before the snap, false start, number 65 on the 5-yard penalty, third down.
DeMarcus Love, the tackle, on the right edge, moved early. Crowd noise can be a factor. We need more of it right here. Scoreboard asks for it. Dogs are right in the thick of this thing. We're down by 7 with 5:45 to go.
Scoreboard's asking for it. The players are asking for it, and the crowd is giving it to them right now.
Ball on the 33-yard line for Arkansas. The Razorbacks working from left to right. Third down and 14 to go. Snap to Mallett. He's back on the 25. Got time. Will throw it to the near sideline. He's got Adams overthrown and incomplete into the Georgia bench. He had Joe Adams open momentarily on the right side. And there's a flag on the play as well, right in front of the Georgia bench. It may be on Arkansas. Adams may have pushed after the incompletion. The officials are discussing it. Houston with good pressure to chase Mallett, who had a little bit of time to set up, and Houston finally got in there.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 3 on the offense. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a dead ball foul, so that'll back up Arkansas back inside the 20 to punt it. Georgia should come away with good field position, you hope, on this exchange. Logan Gray, who had a nice 23-yard return on his last punt return to get the Dogs from the 14 out to the 37, is back deep to take it. Let's go down to the sidelines and Chuck Dowdle, Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Scott, huge mental mistake by the Arkansas Razorbacks there that have now given Georgia an opportunity for extra field position and ignited this Bulldog bench. They are fired up and into this.
Arkansas in punt formation with Breeding back on the 5. Logan Gray stands at our 35, now moves up to the 36. Maybe movement by Arkansas. Georgia pointing. Nick Williams is jacked up. He's making the call for the officials. Flags on the play.
Before the snap, false start, number 46 on the
I tell you, those folks that left at the start of the fourth quarter might be regretting that a little bit now. Arkansas has backed up all the way back to the 13-yard line to punt this thing. Breeding may be standing on his goal line when he gets to the snap of the ball. Logan Gray moves up a little bit more. He stands at the 45 of Georgia. The line is stacked and loaded. There's the snap. Here's the punt. A high, hanging, sideways kick that is going to land at midfield and bounce dead on the 48-yard line of Georgia. Dogs let it bounce. Looked like a chip shot onto the green. It didn't have a whole lot on it. It just died at the 48. A high punt, but only 38 yards by Dylan Breeding. Dogs have the ball. Tremendous field position at our own 48-yard line. 5:26 to go. And trailing 24-17. Bulldog football brought to you by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872.
Well, the momentum of the game definitely now in the Dogs' favor. Do we take a shot right now, right off the bat here? We've got it all the momentum right in our corner. Do we go downtown?
Well, we're going to split 2 men to the near side. Brown and Durham, and King to the right. Shotgun formation for Murray. Ely's the lone setback. 1st and 10 from our 48. There's the snap. Play fake to Ely. Murray wants to throw. He does. We've got Durham. There he is. He makes the catch inside the 20-yard line. 47-yard, or the 17-yard line, excuse me. Isaac Madison on the coverage as Georgia goes long, and it pays off, Z.
Another great catch there by Chris Durham, doing a good job going up with his big, strong hands and pulling it down. Aaron Murray, a lot of patience in that pocket as he was allowing that play to develop. Big play there by the Dogs.
35 yards on the carry. We go into the Wild Dog now with Washawn Ely at quarterback. Murray splits out to the right. Logan Gray's going to take the snap. Logan Gray takes it 20, 15 to the near side, out of bounds at the 12-yard line. They had Logan Gray on the right side, Ely on the left side. They shifted, snapped it to Logan Gray, and he took off running. Second down and 5 after the 5-yard run by Gray.
Good strong run there by Logan. We've been in the Wild Dog several times so far today. That's the first time Logan Gray's been back there. And when he's back there, you've got the threat now to throw the football as well.
Beckett made the stop. Second down 5 for the Georgia Bulldogs from the Arkansas 12. Murray under center, play fake in the pocket. Will throw it in zone, and it is incomplete. Trying to go to Rantavius Wooten. Coverage provided by Isaac Madison, and neither man came down with the football in the back of the end zone under the goalpost.
Pretty good coverage there by Arkansas. They were playing man-to-man and had everybody manned up pretty well. Would have been a great catch and throw if we would have been able to complete that one.
Clock stopped at 4:27. Trying to tie it up for the second time today, perhaps. 24-17. Razorbacks lead the Bulldogs. Georgia with a big third down here. Third down and a long 5 from the Razorback 12. 3 receivers in tight on the right. Now Munzenmeyer comes in motion. Ely's the tail. Play fake. Murray sets in the pocket. Throws it on the near side. Caught low by Aaron White, the tight end. He went down below his waist to make his first catch, and he's out of bounds inside the 5 at the 3. First and goal, Georgia.
What a catch by Aaron White. It doesn't get much more difficult than that. He's running out hard to his left. That ball was down by just below his knees. He's able to, on a dead run, go down there and catch it as he's looking around Arkansas defenders.
Tremaine Thomas was covering. You can't cover that. That was a fine catch by the tight end White. Now it's first and goal from the 3 for the Dogs offense. Murray brings the man in motion. That's Marlon Brown. On the near hash, the Dogs work. Hand off to Ely. Straight ahead. Running. Touchdown! Washawn Ely bursts straight ahead for the 3-yard score. Now there's a little life in this place. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by AirTran Airways with low fares to Florida and the Caribbean. We win this game, we might not need an airplane to go to the Caribbean. Here's the snap and the hold and the kick by Walsh. We're tied. Walsh remains perfect. It's 24-24 with 3:55 to go in the ball game. Let's go down to the sidelines. Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck.
Gentlemen, need I tell you about the delirium on this Bulldog bench? But Eric, I think you would agree with me that what we just saw there was a young quarterback just grow up. And I mean, over these last 2 drives, the throws he's had to make, the way he's had to conduct this offense, and the way he's been able to do that, keep his composure, stay cool in the pocket, and deliver the Bulldogs down the field now to 2 tying touchdowns. You got to give this young man credit. He's grown up right in front of our eyes here.
Yeah, Chuck, I couldn't agree more. You know, when you make the transition, and Aaron's played well, but all of a sudden he's been put where the offense really wasn't moving the football. It's a huge setting, a big-time game, and he's come out and made great throw after great throw in the past couple of drives, and more importantly, his composure in the pocket when it's all on his shoulders. Right now, he is stepping up and making plays when he needs to.
Washawn Ely with his first touchdown of the season, a 3-yard run. Ely with 74 yards rushing today on 16 carries. And for the 20,000 of you that left at the beginning of the 4th quarter, we could probably use you on defense with 3:55 to go. Glad the folks who stuck around are being loud. Mardrakus Humphrey back deep for Arkansas. He stands on the 5. Walsh has it teed up to kick. 5. Walsh has it teed up to kick away. He approaches and puts his foot into this one, a long end-over-end kick. Humphrey backing up about 8 yards into the end zone, makes the catch and touches a knee. Touchback for Blair Walsh, and the Hogs will have a long field to work with. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Plenty of time left, 3:55, and both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. Let's pause for station identification. This is Bulldogs football from ISP. Hogs up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. The lone set back in the backfield is Green. He takes the handoff. Boom! Hit in the backfield and driven to the turf at the 16-yard line by Justin Houston. Broderick Green never had a chance. Oh, they gave him forward progress to the 18. Only a loss of 2.
We're going to put that one on a highlight film on how to form tackle with authority.
He drove right through him. 2-yard loss. Crowd erupting with noise here in the fourth. 3:23 on the clock. We're tied at 24. Mallett in the shotgun, screaming out the signals. Here comes pressure from the edges. We're going to knock it down at the 13. Oh, he's still trying to escape. Now they blow the play dead. The ball came loose. He would not go down. We had him covered up, but the big guy kept fighting. Cornelius Washington yanking and tugging on him. He might be the one that gets credit for the sack. Mallett down at the 14-yard line. They lose 4 more yards. It's 3rd and 16 for the Hogs.
Mallett kept shaking guys off. We kept bringing guys to hit him.
More noise, please. 3rd down, 16 for the Razorbacks. The Hogs, 4 out of 11 on 3rd down conversions. There's the snap in the shotgun. Mallett running to the near side. Heaves it up down the near sideline and caught, but out of bounds. Caught by Jarius Wright in front of the Georgia bench, but he was out of bounds. DeMarcus Dobbs came from the right edge and pursued Mallett, forced him to run to the near side and throw on the run. Arkansas will have to punt it with 2:28 to go in the ball game.
The Dogs up front again, applying quick pressure, forcing Mallett out of the pocket. Had Wright there for a second, but Wright forced because of the coverage right on the sideline, and the pressure with Mallett getting outside on the run. All that momentum took the ball out of bounds.
Bulldog football brought to you by BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Logan Gray back deep in punt formation. TJ Stripling late running onto the field. Breeding set to kick away, and now time called, or is it a flag on the play? There's a flag on the field. It may be delay or substitution infraction.
Dead ball, delay of game on the offense, number 14. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
The Hogs backed up a little bit more. So now Breeding will be in the end zone. He's standing in the middle. He's standing on the R in Georgia on the left end zone. Line of scrimmage is about the 9. Gray standing right at the 50-yard line for Georgia to return this punt. Here's the snap to Breeding. Gets it away. A high, long spiral. Beautiful punt. Gray back on the 34. Makes the catch and is tackled right there. Excellent punt and terrific coverage by Arkansas. Ramon Broadway got down there to make the tackle. A 56-yard punt by Breeding, and they got it when they needed it. Let's go down to the sidelines. Chuck Dowdle for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Scott, with this game tied, 2 minutes and 18 seconds left, and it comes into play now. I just talked to Blair Walsh a short while ago. He told me that to this side of the field, towards this west end zone, he feels good from 65 yards. Keep that in mind.
Yes, you and Kevin were talking about that before the game. He cleared 65 in the pregame. 2:18 to go. We're tied at 24. Dogs with the ball. 1st and 10 from our own 34-yard line. We work right to left. I formation with Ely, the tailback. Gets the ball. Big hole, left tackle. Ely to the 40. Ely to the 44-yard line. And wrapped up there by Tremaine Thomas, the safety. He may have gotten 10 in the 1st down. Let's see. They may have to measure. He ripped off 10 big ones. But is it 10 exactly? They're going to measure. Bring the sticks from the far side at the 44-yard line. And here in the next couple of minutes, we'll be selecting our Texaco star player of the game. We may want to wait until the last minute to do that.
I would agree. I don't think there's any reason to jump the gun right now. I don't even want to talk about it.
You want to show your cards a little bit at this point?
No, I think we keep it quiet. Good job up front there on that last play by big boys up front. Cordy Glenn did a good job sealing the edge. Orson Charles, another fine block. We've called his name out a number of times today for what he's done in the running game and blocking. Chris Durham, another very fine block.
Dogs got the 1st down. 10-yard pickup for Ely. Durham splits out to the right side. Tavares King to the near side. I formation. Murray play fake. Sets up in the pocket. Pressure from the edge. Steps up. Tries to get something. And ends up losing about 3 as Arkansas gets the sack. Alfred Davis back on the 41. They put the ball on the 40, so a loss of 4. Clock moving, minute and a half. Clock still moving. We're tied at 24. Dogs taking time in the huddle. It'll be 2nd and long from our 40-yard line. I mean, Blair Walsh is good, but not from here. We need some yardage. Shotgun formation to Murray. Handed off to Carlton Thomas. He's running to the near side across the 40, 45, 50, and twisted down at the 50-yard line. A pickup of 10, but shy of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. Jake Beckett, the defensive end, wrapped him up at the 50.
Georgia, that's their first timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So the referee, Steve Shaw, tells us that the Dogs burn a timeout right there with 64 seconds to play. 24-24, we're at midfield. 3rd down and 4. You would feel a lot better converting one more first down before you try anything crazy.
Yeah, you know, 65.
I'm talking about kicking a long field goal.
Absolutely, yeah, 65 yards, that's all well and good when nobody's coming at you. When you've got the weight of the game on top of you, not what you want to do. Big first down or big 3rd down opportunity coming up here, and the way the Georgia offensive line is starting to take this game over a little bit. The past couple of series, they've really done a good job up front. The big boys have. We probably have a couple of downs, I think, to get this first down and try to give ourselves a realistic field goal opportunity.
24 all. Dogs with the ball at midfield, right on the 50, working from the near hash. 3rd down and 4 with 64 seconds left in regulation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ely's in the backfield. We're in the shotgun with Murray. Snap. Murray in the pocket. Has time. Oh, he's buried. He was buried by Beckett. Knocked his helmet off at the 40-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That took us right out of field goal range, certainly. Let's hope Murray's okay. Jake Beckett from the right side just had a free shot.
Arkansas, that's their first timeout in the quarter. This will be a 30-second timeout.
50 seconds remain in the ball game.
Clock to 54 seconds. 5-4.
So 54 on the clock. Drew Butler on to punt it away. Well, Murray's got to get rid of that ball or move in the pocket or something at that point, Z.
Yeah, you know, it was a coverage sack. They did a good job, Arkansas did, of covering down the field. And you're right, you've got to have that mental clock in your head. Ely was actually in on protection there. Tried a little cut block. We didn't get him, but still plenty of time there to make a decision with that football and get rid of it. We didn't do it, and we're very fortunate that ball didn't come out. That's one of those blind shots where you're getting hit in the back, and so often you see that ball pop out. So very fortunate on that end that we're living to fight another series here.
Second sack of the season for Beckett, who cleaned Aaron's mental clock that time. Adams back deep in punt formation to receive the punt for Arkansas, and Butler will drop back to kick it away. 54 seconds on the clock. Adams stands on the Arkansas 13-yard line. Razorbacks load up the line. There's the snap. Butler gets it away, angles it towards the near side. Short kick, takes an Arkansas bounce on the 25, out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Into the Georgia bench. And Arkansas will have 47 seconds to perhaps try to move into field goal range. Only a 31-yard punt by Drew that time. Kicking it away from Joe Adams, so you don't want to risk a long return by that guy. He's very dangerous. 1st and 10 Razorbacks on their own 27-yard line. 47 seconds to go in a tie ball game, 24 apiece. Shotgun snap to Mallett on the 21. Here comes pressure. Gets it off to the tight end Williams. 35-40. Still on his feet and moving up to the 45-yard line. DJ Williams picks up 18 yards on the play.
Arkansas still with 2 timeouts right now, so plenty of time left on the clock for them to move into field goal range as well.
Rambo and Cummings make the stop. 1st and 10 Arkansas. Mallett working quickly. Throw it to Williams again. Left side at the 50. Turns upfield. Heads into Georgia territory. Tackled on the Bulldog side of the 50 at the 40-yard line. They stop the clock to move the sticks. Robinson and Sean Williams make the tackle. 27 seconds left on the clock.
Just little underneath routes. Georgia playing man under the past couple of series, so there's plenty of room to work underneath.
1st and 10 on the Georgia 40. Mallett throws it again, open on the far side. Childs dodges a tackler, scampers down the far sideline for a touchdown.
Well, they caught us in cover 2, and Mallett just threw it in the soft hole there on the sideline, threw a rope out to Childs. He makes one guy misses and walks in.
I think Childs went around Sean Williams on the far side of the field and then just had nothing but green right in front of him. Arkansas gets it done in a hurry to take the lead with only 14 seconds to go. Now they'll try the point after attempt. Dylan Breeding to try the kick. The snap is high. They get it down, and the kick is up and through. And Arkansas apparently will escape with a last-second victory here. 14 seconds to go. 31-24. Arkansas leads Georgia here between the hedges. Let's go to David Shoemate in our Bulldog ISP Network studios. David?
All right, Scott, let's check the Charter on-demand scoreboard. Get the fastest internet speeds in the area with Charter's ultra-fast Ultra 60. Call 888-GET-CHARTER or go to charter.com/ultra for more information. Vanderbilt still holding a lead in Oxford, 21-14. They've got 10:54 to play in the fourth quarter. And UMass trying to make a comeback at Michigan. It's a 5-point game, 42-37. The Wolverines in front with 2 minutes to play. Scott?
All right, 14 seconds to go. Dogs getting their heart broken, but 14 seconds to go, so we'll see how Arkansas plays it on the kickoff here by Alex Tejada. Looks like Georgia's going to bring a lot of their men up a little bit closer, expecting a possible squib or something short anyway. So Brandon Boykin, who returned 3 kicks for touchdowns last year, stands on our 10. Mallett hooking up with Childs for the go-ahead score. Now here's Tejada kicking it from the 30, a low wobbler. Going to bounce on the 12. A second bounce picked up by Boykin at the 4. Boykin to the 10. Boykin to the 15. Zigzagging, getting to the outside. Boykin to the 30. And coming back to the near side in a pile and going down at the 35-yard line with only 5 seconds left on the clock. Or is that 5/10? It's a 5 full seconds showing on the game clock. There are no zeros on the clock to go with the 5. So Georgia will have one shot at it from our own 35-yard line. Down 31-24.
Good effort there by Boykin trying to make something happen, and now you just sit back and pray for any kind of miracle.
Arkansas will drop a load back deep. And let's see what Georgia comes out with. They've got Durham and Marlon Brown and Tavares King lining up on the near side. Aaron White on the far side. Snap to Murray. He's going to run, forced out of the pocket. On the run, wants to set, wants to throw. He heaves it deep down the near side. It's down deep. Here's the play for it, and it is batted around.
Oh my goodness.
Touched by an Arkansas player, touched by a Georgia player, and then incomplete. Aaron White almost caught it off the tip in the end zone. As Murray aired it out 65 yards, that ball came down in the end zone, tipped by Arkansas, tipped by Georgia, we think, and then incomplete, and that's the ball game. As Arkansas wins it with a touchdown in the last 14 seconds, 31-24. Well, Mallett got it done on that last possession, and that's why he gets the credit for being who he is.
Yeah, he really did. And Georgia defensively, there through the latter half of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, doing a very good job containing this Arkansas offense. But then when their backs are up against the wall and they've got to have some plays, Mallett comes out and a couple of quick completions underneath, and then just the takeoff route on the sideline, finding the soft spot in that cover 2 zone, throws an absolute rope. We don't take the best of angles over the top to make that tackle. They were in field goal range at that time anyway, but Childs makes a good move and takes it in. Just a heartbreaking loss, especially after the way we fought back to get into this game.
Georgia now 1-2 on the year, 0-2 in the SEC for the first time since 93. 31-24, our final. Arkansas defeats the Bulldogs. We're back in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network from ISP. Murray brings the man in motion. That's Marlon Brown. On the near hash, the Dogs work. Hand off to Ely. Straight ahead. Running. Touchdown! Washawn Ely bursts straight ahead for the 3-yard score.
Well, that's our AT&T call of the game. AT&T Rethink Possible. Washawn Ely with that touchdown. Blair Walsh with the extra point. And that tied it up 24-24, capping off Georgia's remarkable comeback this afternoon. Unfortunately, not unlike Alabama here in 1985 or LSU in 87, if you remember those games. Alabama in particular, where we actually scored off of a blocked punt. And then Alabama was able to march down the field right at the end. Arkansas rallies in the final minute behind Ryan Mallett for a 31-24 win over the Bulldogs. Neil Williamson back here in Athens along with Scott Howard and Eric Zier. And guys, I mean, that kind of reminds me of the Indiana Jones scene where he's getting beaten up by the bald guy when he's trying to steal the airplane.
Yeah.
The bald guy's pretty sure he's got him. Then all of a sudden the bald guy walks into the propeller. That's
a pretty good analogy because we had held Childs in check for the most part. Here's their leading receiver, had 16 catches coming into the game. He has 2 before that last one, but it turned out to be a 40-yarder and the winning touchdown as Arkansas goes 3 plays and 73 yards to escape with a win.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I agree with that. You know, really the last part of the third quarter into the fourth quarter there, defensively, it looked like we had a beat on this Arkansas offense, and we picked up some momentum on the offensive side of the ball, moving the football downfield. Aaron Murray making some big plays. Chris Durham, several really, really nice catches in big moments. And then all of a sudden, the big sack against us. We have to punt the football away. And you turn it back over to a quarterback that has the kind of skill set that Ryan Mallett does. He can get you at any time. And sure enough, a couple of passes underneath, and then he finds Childs up the sideline, and Childs makes one nice move, and next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Well, this one's going to go down hard, folks. It's going to be hard to swallow this one for at least a couple of days, if not a couple of weeks, indeed. But Georgia will play again next week at Mississippi State, and we have a whole lot more to come for you here on the Regions Bank Locker Room Show, which is right around the corner. We'll go to the locker room with Coach Richt and Chuck Dowdle and come back with more of Eric and Scott in just a little bit. Again, the final very, very tough one to bite, and that is that Georgia loses to Arkansas in the last 15 seconds here, 31-24. This is Georgia Bulldog Radio Network from ISP.
This is the Regions Bank Locker Room Report. If you're ready for a better banking experience, then switch to Regions. Regions Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Southeastern Conference. The Regions Bank Locker Room Report is also sponsored by Ackerman Security, the official security provider for the Bulldog Nation. AT&T, find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Nature's Own, the official bread of the Georgia Bulldogs. And by SearsAuto.com. Now, back to the stadium. Once again, here's Neil Hondo Williamson.
Welcome to the Regions Bank Locker Room Show from Sanford Stadium. Regions Bank is the official bank of the Southeastern Conference. And let's go down to the locker room now. Chuck Dowdle is standing by with Georgia's Mark Richt. AT&T sponsors our first question with Coach Richt. How about it, Chuck?
Yeah, Hondo, let me Coach is speaking to some people right now. But he has already spoken to the team, and now he's some guests that are here, and he's speaking to them, and he'll be right here momentarily. I can tell you this, that this football team, feels like that, they fought hard here today, and, just a very, very quality football team, Hondo. And as you well saw, Arkansas and South Carolina, 2 very tough teams, maybe 2 of the tougher in the conference.
Yeah, Chuck, indeed. One of the things that I posed to myself when I was looking at this game this week is whether or not we're facing Arkansas with their best team maybe in the last 6 years or so, and South Carolina with their best team in the last 6 years or so in back-to-back weeks. We'll come back down. We'll throw it back down to Chuck and Coach Richt in just a minute. We do want to tell you that this week's game ball recipient is 7-year-old Maddie Cox. Now, Maddie's only 7. Like we said, she's a patient at Aflac Cancer Center and Blood Disorder Service of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Maddie is in the 2nd grade at Liberty Elementary School and loves to play soccer and guitar. But most of all, she and her little brother love UGA Bulldog football. On August 2nd, Maddie was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Luckily, she's been able to receive most of her treatments as an outpatient, and her favorite thing to do while she's there is to spend time with her child life specialist, Christy, who's become her best friend. And I'm telling you, they are miracle workers, those folks, not just the doctors, but the child life specialists too, folks. Enjoy your game ball from Coach Rick, Maddie, and know that the Bulldog Nation is pulling for you. We'd like to thank the folks from Kroger for their donation today, $19,600. Was the donation from the good folks at Kroger. That brings their season total to nearly $59,000 this year. Now let's go back to the locker room with Chuck and Coach Richt.
Thanks a lot, Hondo. Coach, I know as disappointed as you are in the outcome, and those young men over in that locker room adjacent to us, you got to be really proud of the way they fought back there in the fourth quarter.
Well, they did. They did. I thought that was the moment that we would grow up, and we just weren't quite there. I said it a week ago. I think we will get better as the season goes on. I think we got better today. We just didn't finish. We didn't. We got back in it. We got the crowd in it. We got everything that you could have hoped for, with plenty of time offensively. We're not able to, put points on the board, and then certainly had a chance to stop them and go to overtime. So we made a lot of. I think we made a lot of progress. But you got to finish in these games. And like I told the boys, it's not like we played two teams, the school of the blind. I mean, these guys, strike that remark because some people probably wouldn't like that, and I apologize for that. But, we didn't play, some soft teams. Those are very good football teams, and they did a great job. They got it done, and we didn't.
Where did you see the game turn there after it was tied? They seem to get a little momentum out of the sack of Aaron Murray.
Oh yeah, you're going to get a momentum off a sack, especially when they force us to punt. Murray's got to learn to cut the ball loose right there at that moment, and it's okay to punt in that situation. We still actually had it was third down, and we just wanted to make sure that the ball got out. But he'll learn from that. He'll be fine, and. But then we punted them down, and they had a long way to go, but they got it done. They got it done, and we didn't.
Talk a little bit about defensively. You were able to contain them run-wise, but through the air was where they got all the yardage. And you mentioned at halftime that doesn't surprise you.
Well, no, they're an outstanding passing team. I mean, that's just their MO, and they've got the ingredients for an outstanding passing team. And I think they would have liked to run the ball more and better than they did. But we did that part of it, and at times we got some pressure and things of that nature. But just they did a very nice job of spreading the ball around, and that's the thing. They got a lot of different weapons and a lot of ways to get them the ball, and they really have a great understanding of how to do it. So you got to give them credit.
You talk about a team that will improve as it gets better, and you saw those signs today that tells you you're closer.
Oh yeah, I mean. We got better in a lot of ways today. I mean, just the fight that we had down, 2 scores in the fourth quarter. I think we were down 2 scores in the fourth, and turned the thing around. And that's huge. That's hard to do. That's very hard to do, whether you're home, away, or whatever. We turned the thing around. We got the momentum in our favor, and again, we did not finish, so that's the next thing we got to be able to do.
All right, we're going to take a break, give Coach a couple of seconds here. Hondo, throw it back up to you, and we'll come back with Coach Rick here in the Bulldog locker room.
All right, thank you very much, Chuck. We'll go back down to Coach Richt in just about 2 minutes. This is the Regions Bank Locker Room Show, live from Athens. 31-24, Arkansas pulls it out at the end. More after these words. Georgia football from ISP. 31-24, Arkansas pulls it out at the end over Georgia here in the Classic City. Welcome back to the Regions Bank Locker Room Show. This segment with Coach Richt is presented by the Georgia Farm Bureau. The Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance Companies. Real auto, home, and life coverage. Helping you is what we do best. Now back down to the locker room with Coach Richt. It's Chuck Dowdle. Chuck?
Thanks a lot, Hondo. Coach, let's talk a little bit about your young quarterback, Aaron Murray. And I thought in a lot of ways he grew up there in the fourth quarter with those two drives.
Well, that was exciting for him, I'm sure, getting a chance to bring a team back down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, get it tied up, and then have a chance to go finish it. And we just didn't finish it. And, I want to look at the tape and see exactly what happened on a couple of them. But, I don't know if we just had guys running scot-free and he missed them. I don't think that happened by any stretch. But I thought he played. He fought well. He played well. The first throw of the second half, the ball just got away from him. Wide open little seam route off a little play action, and the ball just sailed on him a little bit, and they got that pick. But other than that, I thought he really represented well.
The fourth down call there in the first half of the game where you tied the game up, and he showed a lot of moxie diving there at that corner. Got a great block from Aaron White.
Right. That was a big run for him, a big play. Going for it on fourth down there, when you got a pretty sure 3 with Blair Walsh. But I felt it was one of those games where we better get 7s and not 3s if we can help it. And so Aaron made a great fake because that backside defender was looking, and he faked the ball so well. That guy lost the ball, and then he was able to break, contain, and get it in the end zone.
Talking about ball fakes, Ryan Mallett's opening touchdown. That was a pretty good ball fake too.
Yeah, it was. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion right before that play. 3rd and inches, knowing that you can go for it on fourth down. Very good opportunity to run that type of play. But it's hard sometimes to get all that communicated to everybody in a split second. Sometimes you get something in your gut, and maybe I should have called timeout and tried to, point that out. But, just a good play call by them, good ball fake, and, we just got to be more disciplined in that situation.
Talk a little bit about I thought your running game today took a real step forward where Sean Ely ran the ball extremely well.
He did run well. And Carlton had his cracks at it. He had averaged 5 yards a pop, and Walshawn averaged just about 5 a pop. And Murray actually was running the ball pretty well. And then of course when you get
scares you a little, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and you get sacked enough times and hit enough times, it negates your yardage. But Murray actually had 44 yards that he gained in the running game, but lost most of it with the sacks.
Now the challenge, make sure these young men don't drop their chins, and understanding that Starkville, Mississippi, next Saturday night will not be an easy venue either.
No, they'll be excited. They're a team that has a lot of pride, and they want to win too. So, again, if we stick together, which I believe we will, and we keep working, we will improve as we go. And the main thing for us right now is to focus, strictly on Starkville. We absolutely need to watch film and make corrections and all those things, but the focus of this team must be this next Saturday. What can we do to win this ball game and prepare that way?
Getting a win right now for these young men would mean a lot to them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they need it. We all need it.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Hondo, there you have it from Coach Rick. I think a terrific assessment of today's contest. And again, Dogs fought hard there in the fourth quarter, and as he pointed out, that is not easy to do, to come from 2 touchdowns down in the fourth. They come back and tie it, and it just didn't fall their way there in the final couple of minutes.
No, it sure didn't, Chuck. Thank you. Great job with Coach Rick. And thank you to Coach Rick for taking time after this difficult loss. 31-24, it's Arkansas over Georgia. We'll come back with the Regions Bank Locker Room Show. Scott Howard, Eric Zier standing by to add some commentary here at the end. And then we'll throw it over to the Hotel Indigo, where Jeff Dantzler and Kevin Butler and David Green are going to take your calls for about 2 hours. So stay with us. More to come. Bulldogs football from ISP. 31-24, Arkansas rallies at the end to defeat Georgia, a tough pill to swallow today for the Bulldogs. Welcome back to the Regions Bank Locker Room Show, along with Eric Zier, Scott Howard, and Chuck Dowdle. It's Neil Williamson. Charles Young's our engineers here, and David Shoemate back in the studio. And Scott, just tough the way we stopped Arkansas and Ryan Mallett 3 consecutive drives, and then at the end he carved us up like he had been doing it all day, when in fact we'd really bottled him up.
Yeah, well, I guess when the pressure was on is when they really went to work, and he's got some great weapons to work with. And as I'd mentioned earlier, we kept Childs in check for the most part. He only had 2 catches until the game-winning touchdown. But a nice little weapon he has that maybe gets overlooked with Adams and Childs is DJ Williams. And on that last possession, that's who he went to the first 2 times, just those little crossing routes. And Z, you can certainly talk about that and tell us what he was doing exactly. But, you know, they picked up 18 yards on one play and another 15 to move into Georgia territory. And then after that, you know, Childs made the move and went for the score.
Yeah, no, it was the first 2 plays there going to Williams. We were just playing 2 deep man under, and anytime that you have any kind of man-to-man coverage, those little crossing routes are great. Excuse me, great routes to run, and then all of a sudden we move into cover 2 to stop that play, and he does a good job of recognizing the change in coverage and goes up and hits the soft spot in the seam. Every time I see him, I'm impressed with the kind of talent that he is, and he's better this year than he was last year. Good poise in the pocket, and he can make any throw that you ask him to make. And we did a good job keeping him in check for most of the game there until the end.
Got his first road win. They didn't win a game in an SEC stadium last year. He was 0-4 with that dreadful 39% pass completion rate, and then today he goes for 380. 21 of 33, 3 touchdowns. You know, maybe this is the year that he gets it done for his team.
Right.
He was pretty spectacular, that's for sure. Let's talk about our quarterback, Aaron Murray, today, Eric. Aaron was 15 of 27, ran the ball extremely well, showed how he can escape from pressure very nicely. We talk about him growing up and all the rest of that, but he hung up some pretty nice numbers there for a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he really did. 15 out of 27, 253 yards, had the 1 touchdown. Had 1 interception that looked like it was a good read, just a bad pass. Had the 1 running touchdown. You mentioned the kind of damage he can do with his feet when he gets outside of the pocket. And he did it when we needed it the most, outside of that last drive, right? Outside of that last drive, there in the 4th quarter when the pressure was on him, he put the team on his back and made some big throws, and had some help with some guys making some nice catches as well. But Aaron is playing good football. Had a couple of times today against a pretty tough pass rush, maybe where he was getting out of the pocket a little bit too quick. But all things considered, you have to like his progress and where he is right now. It takes the entire team to win it, and we just had a couple of breakdowns there in the last minute that cost us.
Scott, I think, as Eric pointed out just for a second there, our receivers were terrific, dragging in some difficult-to-catch balls today. When you think about Chris Durham did it a number of times, Tavares King did it, and he also had the touchdown where he fought with the 2nd and 3rd effort. Israel Troop with a great catch on one of those final drives for Georgia as we were battling back.
Yeah, Chris Durham is turning into he's having a nice senior season. After missing all of last year, he was our Texaco star player of the game, 5 catches for 101 yards, and certainly Georgia misses A.J. Green and his ability to make plays out on the edge. But these guys are holding up their end of the bargain pretty well.
All right. The comeback falls short as Georgia loses 31-24. We actually caught them, but then let them take it at the end. We'll have more from Athens. 31-24, Arkansas over the Dogs. Georgia falls to 1-2 overall, 0-2 in the conference. We're just going to have to win them all from here, man. That's what it is. We're just going to have to win them all from here. More from the Regions Bank Locker Room Show after these words. This is Georgia football from ISP. Well, we were about ready to throw a parade, and then the rains came, and Arkansas rallied to beat Georgia 31-24 in the last minute of the game here in Sanford Stadium. Scott Howard, Eric Zier, and Hondo back with you. And besides giving Arkansas props for the great game that Ryan Mallett played and all of the offensive stars who came back from last year's team who excelled today for Arkansas as well, we have to give some credit to their defensive ends. Those guys just they just put the heat on Aaron Murray all day, Eric.
Yeah, they really did. It was a constant pressure from the outside. They were taking wide rush lanes and getting outside. And then the interior line did a good job of nice push up the middle, which is one of the things that you want to try to do on the defensive side of the ball, is force the quarterback to step up into just a mess of humanity, if you will. And they were able to do it really throughout the entire game. And many times Aaron, as he was having to move in the pocket and try to get out of the pocket, got caught by those defensive ends on the back end of it. And it was a punishing game. I'm sure that Aaron is stepping out of this fully aware that he was in an SEC football game.
No doubt about that. Scott Howard, Georgia. We talked at the top of the broadcast about how we'd like to control the clock a little bit. 34 minutes time of possession, and just didn't work out quite the way we wanted to with that. To something that Jeff Dantzler was saying this morning, it doesn't help you if the other guy can go zip, zip, zip down the field like they did at the end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. They didn't run the ball much at all. I mean, they tried to, but we stuffed that pretty good. Only 53 yards on the ground. Georgia had almost 140 yards rushing. Which isn't outstanding, but, it's manageable. But you're right. We controlled the clock. They just made one more big play than Georgia did at the end of the ball game. And you talked about defense. The sack by Beckett was huge on Georgia's final possession there. It was an 8-yard loss, knocked us out of field goal range or anything there. And then we have to punt it. And they got it back on the 27. Which with 40-something seconds left, that's still a lot of yardage to go. But, they went chunk, 3 plays, and they were in the end zone. But 6 sacks, is that what I'm looking at? 6 sacks for Arkansas today? That's Stacey Searles is not going to like that.
Yeah, no, that's not going to get it done over the course of an SEC season. Scott, let's talk about something that is good, and that is that Georgia didn't quit. Down 24-10, and we certainly could have packed it in at any time with a guy like Ryan Mallett under center for the other team.
Sure, and as Coach Richt was saying in the post game, I mean, Georgia was down 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and we came back and tied it up. This place was it was pretty loud in here. It was electric. There were a lot of empty seats, a lot of people that left after we got down 24-10, but. In those last 3 minutes, like you said, we were getting ready to throw a parade, and that's kind of the way we were feeling here too, watching what this Georgia team was doing. They were fighting, came back and tied the ball game, had a chance perhaps to surge in or force overtime, and unfortunately it didn't work out that way. But if you try to take some of the positives away, then that's the way you have to look at it. The team did grow a little bit. They played hard in the fourth quarter. They came back from 2 scores down, and maybe they'll remember that the next time they're in that situation.
Another positive takeaway today, Eric Zier, Georgia's tackling remarkably better than what we saw last week. The yards after contact were minimal, I would bet, compared to what we saw against South Carolina.
Yeah, it was night and day, and it was night and day right from the very start of this football game, where you could tell we had a much better attitude when it came to how physical we wanted to be. We were in the backfield of Arkansas right off the bat and had several tackles. Not only was it better than last week, it's exactly what you want to see. They were picture perfect form tackles with a lot of intensity that was being brought to the table as well. So much better on that front. We're close. I mean, we're not unbelievably far away. We've played 2 very, very good football teams in South Carolina and Arkansas, and we were in both games and had a chance to win it. We've got steps that we can take in places where we can improve, but we're not a canyon away from being a good football team.
Well, as Coach Dooley always used to say, you just want to be in a position to win at the end. You want to put yourself in a good position and give yourself a chance to win, and that's what we did today. Unfortunately, the Razorbacks able to pull it out. Nice job today, gentlemen. Scott, Eric, thank you. Scott Howard, Eric Zier, Charles Young's up here in the booth, along with Neil Williamson, Chuck Dowdle in the locker room, bidding you farewell from Sanford Stadium, where the final score, 31-24, Arkansas over Georgia. And Jeff Dantzler is standing by with Kevin Butler and David Green at the Hotel Indigo. That's going to do it for our Regions Bank locker room. We'll talk to you next week. Airtime is 3 o'clock from Starkville, Mississippi. We kick at 7 Eastern against the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your Saturday, and go Dogs. This is Georgia football from ISP.
Snap, hold, kick. Left. The bench explodes. 2 steps I take and calling out your name. I'm crying out again, it's never enough. Can I bring back better days? And now I see these walls closing in on me. Have been in here too long, must break away. All this pain won't let me go. Take it away, take it away, getting on today. Take it away, I'm just singing, waiting on today.
King, the lone setback. He's about 7 or 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the far side for the Dogs, going right to left. Stretch handoff to Caleb King. Big hole! 30, 35, 40. Caleb running behind blockers. 50, 40, 30. Go Caleb! 15, 10, 5. Yes, sir! Touchdown!